Hey, sis, when are you coming to pick up Timmy? I was only looking after him today, right?
Sorry, Johnny. About Timmy. I can't pick him up today.
Huh? What do you mean?
I mean just that. I can't come and pick him up today.
You mean you want him to stay here tonight too? I have work tomorrow. I was happy to have him until today, but I do have my own responsibilities to take care of, you know. He can't stay here another night.
Figure something else out then. In any case, I don't want him anymore.
Huh? You don't want him anymore? Wait, let me get this straight. You're saying you don't want Timmy anymore?
That's right.
But he's your son! What are you talking about? Is this some kind of joke?
I finally realized that kids are nothing more than a nuisance and serve no purpose other than to annoy me and get in my way. It's not like his dad's around to help me. Why should I have to do everything all on my own? I can't. And I won't.
Wait, what? None of what you're saying is making any sense, Nora. You're the one who decided to raise him on your own in the first place. Me and Mom still don't know a single thing about who the dad is. Anyway, whether we know who the dad is or not, whether you're a single mother or not, how's it fair to change your mind like this now?
Sure, I might have said that, but I changed my mind after actually trying it out and realizing what a pain in the ass kids really are. I'm not cut out for this. Nope. Nuh-uh. I'm sick and tired of it already.
But you've been working so hard. Don't say things like that. He only just turned 5. He needs you. You're his mom, and he needs you, Nora. What's he going to do without you?
He'll be fine. The fact of the matter is, I don't need him, and it's as simple as that. I have no freedom with a little twerp to look after. I might not physically be in prison, but I'll be a prisoner for as long as he's around. What's worse, no hot guys are gonna be interested in me when they find out I've got a brat. I'll never be happy as long as Timmy's around.
I know raising a child is tough, Nora, but don't you think this is going too far? What you're saying is cruel and selfish. Timmy hasn't done anything wrong and he doesn't deserve this. Can we meet up? I want to talk to you properly. Maybe Mom and Dad will offer you some support when they realize how much you're struggling.
They'll obviously just get angry and shout at me like always. Why would I want to talk to them? No way.
Nora, I'm begging you, please, don't abandon your son like this.
Johnny, do you want me to be unhappy?
Feelings come and go. One day you're on cloud 9, the next you're down in the dumps. Isn't that just how life goes? No one can avoid feeling like crap sometimes. Rich or poor, parent or not. Besides, happiness is a matter of perspective. Sure, you might be feeling all down and hopeless about the future right now, but you're still his mom, and that means you have a responsibility to him.
I gotta say, I'm really disappointed in you, Johnny. I thought you of all people would be on my side on this one.
It's not about taking sides, Nora. I'm just thinking about what's best for that little boy. Sure, I've always had your back until now, and it's not that I don't want to be there to support you. It's just, this is different. Surely you realize how serious this is. I think you're making a huge mistake. Please, won't you take some time to reconsider?
Oh, it looks like boarding's about to start. Sorry, I have a plane to catch. I'll put his insurance papers, birth certificate, and other important documents in your postbox. I don't know if you'll know what to do with them all, but you can just shove them in your chest of drawers for the time being. I'm sure you'll figure it out when the time comes.
You're about to get on a plane? Is this a joke? Are you actually dumping your son on me? Could you at least tell me where you are? Where you're going?
If I told you, you might try and bring me back. So I'm gonna keep that one quiet if you don't mind. The bottom line is, I'm sick of Timmy and I want out. I'm done being a mother. I hereby hand in my letter of resignation. See ya, sleepless nights, stress and no social life, and hello, freedom! Woohoo! Good luck!
What? Just you wait 1 second. Will you come home? Are you at least going to stay in touch? Nora, Reply to me, damn it!
Hey, Johnny. It's been a while.
Wait, is that Nora?
Yep. Sorry I didn't get back to your messages all this time.
You blocked us all, didn't you?
I had no choice. My hands were full. I have my own life to live, you know.
So you had your whole family blocked for 3 years, so you think you could just brush it off with, I had no choice? Do you have any idea how hard things were for us because of what you did?
I'm not kidding, Johnny. I really didn't have a choice. I was at my breaking point. Anyway, how's Timmy doing? Is he well? No way. Please tell me you didn't put him in a foster home.
Like hell we do that. He lives with Mom and Dad now.
Huh? Mom and Dad? Not with you?
He did live at my place for a little while. But Mom and Dad said they thought their place was a better environment for a kid to grow up in and offered to take him. It's bigger, there are more people there, plus there's a dog for him to play with, so it was an easy decision. Plus, work was hectic for me because I had to do constant overtime. There were some days where I got off later than even the extended hour daycares were willing to have him. So needless to say, it was a stressful period for all of us. Now we all live together at Mom and Dad's place.
Wow. So now you're all playing happy families, huh? I guess I can't say I'm surprised. Mom and Dad always were especially fond of you.
What? No way. They never treated us any differently.
You must be joking. They were always cold as ice with me.
That was only because you hid the pregnancy from them. The only time you ever spoke to them was when you wanted money. How did you expect them to react when you were treating them like your personal ATM? Even I have to admit, you said some pretty horrible things to them back then.
I had my reasons.
Maybe so, but you should have discussed those reasons with your family instead of putting up a potential brick wall around yourself and refusing to engage in any kind of meaningful communication with us. Anyway, does any of this really matter now? Why did you message me? Surely there's a reason for you messaging me out the blue like this.
Listen, Johnny. The thing is, I want Timmy back.
Wow, are you serious?
Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? Is there something wrong with wanting to be with my own son? It is my right as a mother.
I'm pleased to hear you're safe, Nora. We were all worried when you disappeared from the face of the earth like that. But there's no denying it. We can't trust you anymore. You lost your right to be a mother when you dumped your son on me and pulled the Vanishing Act. You abandoned him, and nothing you say will change that. Do you really think we can forgive you? Do you really think we can pretend it didn't happen? Can you at least tell me you know what you did was horrible?
Yes, it was. I know that. But Timmy is still my son. It wasn't easy for me, you know? We might have been apart, but not a day went by where I didn't think of him.
Even still, 3 years is a long time.
Timmy hasn't forgotten me, has he?
No, he remembers. But I don't get the impression he misses you an awful lot or feels sad about you not being around. He didn't really understand what was going on back then, you know? You're nothing but a distant memory to him now. His memories of the years he spent with us are a lot stronger.
I see. Whatever, I'm taking him back.
No, Nora, you're not. You need to discuss this with Mom and Dad first. You don't get to just show up barking orders at us after dumping your son on us and disappearing for 3 years.
There's nothing to discuss. He's 8 years old.
So?
I just arrived at Mom and Dad's neighborhood. I'll be at the house soon. Listen for a knock at the door.
No, Nora, just wait. We won't let you abduct Timmy. You need to talk it through with Mom and Dad first. We can make a decision as a family after that.
God, you're annoying. Button it already. It's up to me what I do with my own son. You will give him back. I don't need permission from you or from Mom and Dad. I'm a free agent, and that boy is my son.
Hey, Timmy. How's it going, little man?
I'm good, Uncle Johnny. Are you okay?
I'm good, thanks. Things have been a little lonely around here without you around. We miss you, champ.
I miss you guys too.
I'm sorry. You shouldn't have to deal with this upheaval due to us dumb adults and our dumb adult problems.
But if I don't live with my mommy, some important men in suits will be angry with me. Mommy said it's the law for me to be with her. Is that right?
Right. I guess she is your legal guardian. But I want you to know you're still welcome here anytime. It's a long way, but don't sweat it, because your Uncle Johnny will come over in the car and have you over here in a jiffy. It's summer break soon. So don't be a stranger, okay? We could get to pull out in the yard and have a huge water fight. How does that sound?
Really? I love water fights! I wanna come! I wanna!
That's great, Timmy. Like I said, you're welcome here anytime. So how's life with your mom going? Is everything okay?
No! Uncle Johnny, do you know which weeds in our garden I can eat?
Huh? Weeds? Where did that come from?
When I said I was hungry, Mommy told me to go outside and find some weeds to eat. She said she doesn't have as much money as my friends' mommies, so I have to find my own food.
What the? You mean your mom's not even feeding you?
She did cook my meals at first, all sorts of stuff, but she doesn't cook me anything these days. She says I don't need to eat at home because I have my school meals.
You have to be joking me.
I'm not joking, Uncle Johnny. It's true.
Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I mean, I can't believe your mom would do this to you. What's she doing right now?
I don't know. She didn't come home yet.
She didn't come home? How long has she been out?
She left the other day while I was at school. So,
Friday?
I think so.
So what did you have to eat yesterday?
I brought home the baguette from my school dinner.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh my god, Timmy. I'm so sorry. Me and your grandparents have been fools. We should have never let this happen.
Huh? Fools? Why?
We shouldn't have let my sister take you back. We should have known she wouldn't change. We should have stopped her. I'm so sorry. This should never have happened.
What's going on, Uncle Johnny?
We made a huge mistake. We made an enormous decision on your behalf without even asking how you felt about the whole thing. Your feelings should have been our highest priority, but we let her get her way. Gah!
What's a priority?
Oh, I'm sorry, Timmy. You're such a sharp kid. I forget you're only 8 sometimes. Listen, did you like living with me and your grandparents?
I loved it! You're all super fun to play with, and everyone's always kind to me. Grandma's cooking is amazing. And I always get to watch my favorite TV shows. You guys are the best!
What would you say if I told you you could come back and live with us?
You mean it? Can I really?
Of course you can. To tell you the truth, we never wanted you to leave in the first place.
Really? My mom told me you guys didn't want to live with me anymore. She said you didn't like me.
No way. She said that? Is that why you stopped messaging us after you left with her?
Yeah.
It's not true, Timmy. We all love you very much. What do you want to do? If you want to stay with your mom, that's fine. But we want you to know you're welcome to live with us. This is your home too. So if you want to come back, just say the word.
Okay, I want to live with you guys again. I want to come home.
Got it. I'm coming to get you. You're coming home, Timmy. We'll never let your mom take you again.
Johnny, do you have a minute?
What is it?
I'm about to tell you something, and I want you to hear me out without getting mad. Timmy's missing.
Since when?
He's definitely been gone since at least yesterday.
At least yesterday? Don't you even know when he disappeared?
Listen, Johnny, to tell you the truth, I've been crazy busy lately. And I haven't been able to spend as much time with Timmy as I would have liked to. I crashed on the sofa and fell asleep as soon as I got home from work yesterday. I was up in the morning before him, and I made him breakfast like usual.
If you made him his breakfast, surely you should know when he went missing?
Well, when I say I made him breakfast, I mean, I bought him a sandwich and some potato chips from the store and left them on the table for him when he woke up.
Wow, you never cease to amaze me.
Don't judge me, Johnny. I'm doing my damn best here. Do you know how hard being a single mother is? What's the problem with buying him breakfast from the store? I don't have time to cook all the time.
That's not why I'm dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded because your son disappeared ages ago and you only just realized.
Ages ago? Wait a sec. I knew it. He's there with you, isn't he?
Yes, he's been here since last week. What the hell are you playing at? This means you've been gone from the house an entire week and plan to leave your son there all on his own the whole time. Who does this? You're supposed to be his mom. This is neglect.
Jeez, Johnny, don't be so dramatic. Neglect my ass. He's perfectly capable of looking after himself for a little while. He's a bright kid, you know? Besides, I just got home, didn't I? He just happened to be gone when I got back, that's all.
Whether he's a bright kid or not, you left an 8-year-old on his own for an entire week. That's neglect no matter how you look at it. As if that's not bad enough. You tried to make him eat weeds from the garden, didn't you? What's wrong with you? You're seriously messed up.
I never said that. Do you have any evidence?
Sure, maybe I can't prove it.
I know you can't, because that little brat is just lying about me like usual. How dare you take my son from my house without permission? I'm his mom and legal guardian. You had no right to do what you did. If I went to the police with this, I could have all 3 of you arrested. Hurry up and give him back, now.
Go ahead, call the cops. Nothing you say or do could possibly make us hand Timmy back over to you. You're a danger to him.
Are you being serious, Johnny? Are we really gonna do this?
I've never been more serious about anything in my life. We'll fight you to the ends of the earth for custody rights if we have to. Even if you did get the cops involved, we wouldn't be the ones getting arrested.
Huh?
We spoke to child services as soon as we took him into our care. We explained the situation, and they told us that as long as we could prove everything, the court would find us to have been well within our rights to do what we did, and the only one allowed to be arrested is you, for child neglect.
What? You spoke to child services? Are you lying to try and scare me? Who the hell do you think you are, taking my son from me like this?
You tell me! Who the hell do you think you are? You disgusting, selfish failure of a mother! You suddenly dumped your son on us one day, declaring that you don't want him anymore. Then, you randomly show up at our house out of the blue a few years later and tell us you're taking him back, practically taking him by force. Oh yeah, and we know, Nora. We know the only reason you wanted him back was for money.
Money? Don't be ridiculous. You think there's money to be had in being a single mother? Sure, I might get a few government handouts, but it hardly amounts to enough to go out of my way for... Use your brain, moron! If it wasn't about the money, I would have never let you have him in the first place.
It was never about government handouts. It was so you could get money for his dad. Timmy told me he finally met him. His name's Denzel. Now I know why you were so secretive when it came to anything to do with him. Because he's a male stricker. The reason you went missing after you took Timmy 3 years ago is because you were desperately searching for him after he pulled the Vanishing Act on you both in the middle of the night.
What the hell is this delusional nonsense? I feel like I'm reading a plot for a horror movie. The kid needs psychiatric help if he really told you that crap.
Timmy's dad gave him a business card when they met so he'd have a way of contacting him in case anything happened. He told him to give him a call immediately if he was ever in trouble. I gave him a call. He told me everything. You threatened him, didn't you? You threatened to put up a big signboard outside the club he works at telling everyone he got one of the customers pregnant. You said if he wouldn't take you back, you phoned his boss to tell him he hit you. As if that wasn't enough, you threatened to hurt Timmy. You tried blackmailing him into taking you back by threatening your own son.
God damn it, Johnny! Who the heck do you think you are calling my ex like that? Is ruining my life a hobby of yours?
I don't know, Nora. Is ruining Timmy's yours? You fell for Denzel the Stricker a few weeks after graduating college. But you were so worried he was gonna leave you. You intentionally got pregnant by pricking a hole in the condom so you feel pressure into marrying you. That's why you kept him a secret from me and our parents all this time, isn't it?
I really liked him, Johnny!
Don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna make any excuses for a guy who ran out on his own kid. He's just his guy in his own way. But to use a child to try to trap someone into marry you is another level of twisted.
I had no choice! I have no savings of my own, and he was constantly getting attention from all the other girls at the club. Timmy was my only chance of keeping hold of him. But he disappeared on us. Oh, god damn him! What's the problem with taking money from a man like that? I even hesitate to use the word man, because he's nothing more than a weasel.
He acknowledged Timmy as his son. He even agreed to pay child support. You should be more than happy with that.
Like hell I'm settling for a measly child support payments. He hurt me, and he will pay. You want to know what's even worse? He's the highest earning stripper at the club, so he could afford to give me way more if he wanted to. I mean, he drives a Lambo, for crying out loud. How is that fair that I only get child support? I'll take that sniveling coward for everything he has.
He has nothing more to give to you. He knows that if he gave you an inch, you'd take a mile. You wouldn't stop until he was homeless, because that's the kind of person you are. I can't say I don't understand where he's coming from. He said if you want to put up your soundboard and get him fired, then go ahead. He said he'll be happy as long as Timmy can live comfortably. He may have done wrong, but I think he knows that and wants to make up for it in his own way. You, on the other hand, haven't changed at all since you gave birth to Timmy. If anything, you're getting worse. Don't you feel any shame for using your own son as a tool to get what you want?
Wait, what about me? What am I supposed to do now?
What you do isn't my problem, but Timmy will be living here with us from now on. I somehow got the impression that Denzel never wants to see you again for as long as he lives. He told me he only did as you said because you had Timmy and he was worried you might do something drastic.
Oh, this can't be happening. Oh my god! Do you have any idea how long I looked for him?
Believe me, he would have rather you didn't.
Oh, you can't do this! I'll have nothing left!
You would have never lost Timmy if you had just done your job as his mother and looked after him. You're the one who abandoned your whole family. Everyone who should have been important to you. Now it's your turn to be abandoned. Me, Mom and Dad, even your friends. We were all worried about you, and you betrayed us.
Give me my Timmy back now!
Timmy's never coming back. Child Services said you weren't fit to have custody of him when we told them what you did. You can fight it in court if you like, but you won't get very far. Denzel has all the chat logs. You don't have a leg to stand on. You'll probably get a phone call from Child Services soon.
I gave birth to that boy! I'm his mother! He's the symbol of mine and Denzel's love! Please, Johnny, I'm begging you! Don't do this! I'll raise him properly from now on! I swear!
The symbol of your love? There's no way anyone could believe you mean that after everything you've done. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. You might be going to jail soon.
What? Jail? Why?
You threatened to hurt Timmy if Denzel didn't give you money. Like I said, he has all the chat logs, and I can guarantee you there's more than enough to send you down. We have evidence of every last one of your threats, including the one to hurt Timmy.
I'll apologize. I want to apologize to everyone. Please, will you give me a chance? I'll never do anything like this again. I'll be the best mother in the world, the mother he deserves. I know it's taken me longer than it should have, but I realize the error of my ways now. Please, let me make up for it.
Your apologies are meaningless. It's too little too late. You might have not physically laid hands on Timmy, but you still hurt him. You used your own son as a tool to manipulate others into giving what you wanted. Timmy doesn't want you anymore. You're nothing but a nuisance to him. After that, Denzel, Timmy's dad, drove down to the police station and reported his ex-girlfriend's threats of violence against their son. Nora was subsequently arrested and taken away in the back of a cop car. She managed to dodge jail time instead of receiving a hefty fine because it was her first offense. Unfortunately for her, she was in mountains of debt and had already exhausted her options when it came to procuring fresh funds, and unable to pay the fine, she went to prison. I'll admit, I was a little disappointed when I heard she was getting off with a fine. So it was a great relief to hear she was going to prison for failing to pay the fine. Actions have consequences, and it was nice to see justice being done. Her sentence is short, but neither me nor my parents ever intend to have anything more to do with my sister for as long as we live. We most certainly won't be waiting outside the prison when she gets out. She burned her bridges when she betrayed us all. Even though we'll never see her again, I still hope she uses this whole regrettable experience as an opportunity to reflect on her behavior and become a better person. If she ever has kids again, I hope she learns from her mistakes with the first one and raises them with the love and care they deserve. When Timmy came back to live with us, my parents adopted him and took custody rights from my sister. Now, she'll never be able to take him from us again, and we sure as heck don't intend to let her anywhere near him. Some mistakes only need to be made once. We took sympathy on her the first time round when she abandoned him and disappeared. As disappointed in her as we were, we chalked it down to the pressure of bringing Timmy up on her own finally getting too much and overwhelming her. As such, we didn't try and take custody, which meant that when she came back, she was able to snatch him from us as quickly as she dumped him. We were naive and careless, and he got hurt as a result. We'll stop at nothing to make sure that never happens again. Timmy was over the moon when he found out his grandparents would be adopting him as their son. He had a big beaming smile on his face for weeks afterwards. He calls me his big bro now too. He's such a sweet kid. We love having him with us, and every day is a riot with him around. But that doesn't change the fact that his own mother, the person he should have been able to rely on more than anyone in the world, abandoned him in the most callous way possible. Me and my parents are going to do everything in our power to make sure he never has to go through anything like that again. We're going to raise him with the love and affection that he deserves from here on out.
Francesca! Did you get the wedding invite from my daughter yet? It should have arrived in the mail.
Good morning, Gladys. Yep, Becky's invite came this morning. 2 months on Saturday, right?
Have you seen the venue? I bet you were surprised when you found out she's getting hitched at a hotel of that caliber, right? Right?
Yeah, I gotta admit, I wasn't expecting that. I heard a few celebrities got married there recently. I even read that it's the King of Saudi Arabia stays there when he comes to the States. I thought I was misreading it at first.
That's right! Isn't it amazing?
It really is. I can't wait to see what the ceremony's like.
My Becky outdid herself this time. She really is incredible. I always knew she ended up bagging herself a rich, high-spec guy. We're finally moving into the upper echelon of society, my dear. And this wedding is where our ascent begins. We're going to the moon, baby! I couldn't be more proud of my amazing daughter. Her big brother might have failed miserably, but she more than makes up for it.
Failed miserably? Just to clarify, you're talking about my husband, aren't you?
Of course. Sean's my only son. Who else would I be talking about?
Right, I thought so.
I still have no idea why he married someone like you. I've been racking my brains over it since the day I met you. And I've accepted that I'll probably never understand. Love makes people do the craziest things.
Lovely. Thanks for that.
It's such a waste to think he graduated from one of the most prestigious colleges in America and works for a major global company. But the best wife he could find was a broke loser raised by a single mum. It breaks my heart. It really does. It's obvious you were only ever after his money.
You couldn't be more wrong, Gladys. I love Sean for who he is. I'd still be his wife if he worked at Walmart. The money is incidental. I'm sure Becky feels the same about her husband, too.
I wonder. You may be too wet behind the ears to have realized this, but women tend to be more calculating than men. Not that it's wrong for money to be a priority when choosing a partner. That's not a gender thing. It's a human thing. And it's good common sense in my eyes. But please, Francesca, you can't be serious when you said you would have still married my Sean if he worked at Walmart? Oh, the embarrassment!
Yes, I would.
Perhaps that wasn't the best question to ask you. You can say whatever you like. Now you already have your grummy mitts on the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. It doesn't matter, though. I know your true colors, whether you admit to them or not. In any case, I don't acknowledge you as my son's wife, and no children you bear will be part of this family. You're the cursed spawn of a single mother, and we don't need dirty poor people blood tainting our proud lineage. You do well to remember that, Francesca.
Yes, I know, Gladys. You remind me almost every day. But what's wrong with being raised by a single mom? I know tons of great people who grew up without one of their parents.
Everyone knows people raised by single mums are bad. Vulgar, crude people. And it's best to stay away from them and their ilk whenever possible. Now, I understand we are where we are, and that you can't help it. But you could at least go to the effort of not looking like you were dragged up from the gutter. You look more like you belong in a sleeping bag on the street than in Holy Communion with my son. And don't even get me started on your unfortunate face. Your features scream poverty from a mile off. My family, on the other hand, our faces give off an air of refinement and sophistication. Anyone would think we were aristocrats from the way we look. You're a filthy peasant at the genetic level. I almost feel sorry for you. Imagine being cursed with that face not even a broke single mother could love. People probably cross the road when they see you coming because they think they're about to get robbed or catch malaria.
That's enough. Stop talking about my mom.
Oh dear, is someone angry? Do forgive me, I didn't mean anything by it, darling. You know how me and you love to tease each other. Still though, no kids after 3 years of marriage? Forgive me if this is inappropriate, but is there any chance my son's fed up of looking at your brute face every day?
Gladys, this level of rudeness is totally uncalled for. Please, stop.
Oh, don't be so dramatic, dear. I told you I don't mean anything by it. It's just a bit of playful teasing. It's true, though, isn't it? Can't he even bring himself to look at you anymore? Take a chill pill. Careful, dear. All that stress will make you even uglier.
Sorry, I have to go. I'm on my way to your mom-in-law's house now.
Ah, yes, of course. You're due to see the old hag today. Be a darling and say hi to the old hag from me, would you? That is, if she hasn't kicked the bucket and started decomposing already. Oh, I'm counting on you to change your diapers, dear.
Gladys, it's about your mom-in-law. It doesn't look like she's gonna be able to make it to Becky's wedding.
Oh, really? Why not? Is she too embarrassed to be seen in public with her urine bag?
Jesus, Gladys, was there any need for that?
I'm pleased, though. It'll be a nicer day for everyone without that loudmouth interfering old hag there to bother us. Her body might be falling to pieces, but unfortunately, her mind is still sharp enough for her to be as irritating as ever. She's constantly on my case about something. I prefer to keep our meetings to a bare minimum.
She's done so much for you, Gladys. How can you speak about her like this? Why is it so hard to show some respect?
She's done so much for me, has she? Please, don't make me laugh. All she does is send me money. It's hardly like she goes out of her way. She'll be lucky if she even lives another 2 weeks. What use is that money to her? It's only right that I get it. I'm fit and healthy and can put it to far better use than she can.
This is your husband's mother we're talking about here. What's your point? Should I prostrate myself before her and thank for existing?
My husband's dead. Why should I still have anything to do with her? She should be in a home already. Why, oh why was she so insistent she had to live on her own in that apartment block for old people? I swear my phone rings every 5 minutes with something. Please, will you come see me? I ran out of food. My potty's full. I'm sick and tired of her, and the sooner she kicks the bucket, the better.
But you don't even visit her. I'm the only one who ever goes.
I used to go before you did. Besides, it's your duty as my son's wife to look after my decrepit mother-in-law. I just know you're not complaining about fulfilling your duties to this family. You wouldn't do that, would you?
No, Iris is lovely to me, and I'm happy to help her.
Fantastic! Then keep doing it and stop talking back to me. I'm in a good mood today, so I'll let it slide. But back in my day, a wife wouldn't be stripped butt naked and forced to sleep in the yard for giving her mother-in-law attitude like this. Oh yes, I almost forgot. I do hope you're constantly reminding her how worried and concerned I am for her well-being. We don't want me getting written out of the will now, do we?
Yes, I tell her.
Anyway, enough of this drivel. Let's talk about something important. So about Becky's wedding. What will you be wearing?
I was thinking of wearing my dress suit.
Surely not the same one you wore to my cousin's wedding.
Yes, that one.
You silly girl. We're moving up in the world now. You can't wear that shabby pile of rags to this wedding. I advise you throw it in the trash where it belongs and get a hold of something respectable. Besides, it's a wedding, not a freaking business meeting. A woman your age should be wearing a proper dress.
A dress? Okay, got it. I'll arrange something before the wedding.
I imagine you'll probably rent something. But you better not show up wearing any cheap crap. We have a reputation to uphold. Trust me that people at this wedding know cheap when they see it, as do I, obviously. I'll never forgive you if you embarrass us. If you do rent, make it something expensive. Can you imagine the shame if my son's daughter showed up in a cheap pile of rags? We'll never live it down. Do not embarrass my daughter on the most important day of her life.
I won't.
It's easy enough to say that, but I mean it. You better not disappoint me, Francesca. You have the dress sense of a Nigerian tribesman, so I can't help but worry you'll come in something ridiculous.
Relax, Gladys. I'll look the part. I promise. The last thing I want to do is embarrass Becky on her wedding day.
I suppose I'll just have to take your word for it. To be honest, I'd much rather you didn't come to my daughter's wedding at all. But she insisted on having you there. You're lucky. She's a lot more tolerant towards poor people than I am.
Right. Becky's great. She's always been kind to me.
Her husband's family are of excellent prodigy, too. They have records of their ancestry going back to medieval Europe. They even have a coat of arms. Does your family have a coat of arms? What am I saying? Of course it doesn't. Anyway, I digress. Don't let us down, Francesca. If you show up in something cheap and tacky, I can assure you, you'll be the first taxi home. I don't care what Becky says. Hello, Francesca. Thanks for showing your face at the wedding today. Did you leave yet?
Yes. I'm on my way to a place that specializes in dress cleaning. Hopefully I can get there soon enough for it not to stain.
Oh, don't be silly, dear. It was just a splash of beer. You're such a drama queen.
A splash of beer? You poured an entire keg over me on purpose. Right in the middle of your own daughter's wedding! There's no justification for what you just did. You're horrible.
There we go with the over-exaggerations again. It wasn't on purpose, dear. I just slipped is all. Actually, I think I might have gasped in shock when I saw that cheap piece of crap dress you were wearing and spilled some beer on you by mistake. But you know what? It serves you right. I made it crystal clear. You were to rent the most expensive dress you could. This is what you get for ignoring me and showing up in peasant wear. You broke your promise.
I didn't rent it.
Oh? You mean you actually paid for that thing? So that's why you're running around like a headless chicken, trying to get it cleaned. How's your dress looking, dear? It's obviously cheap garbage. Why not throw it in the trash where it belongs?
Wrong. You told me to come looking the part, so I went the extra mile and did just that.
You looked the part in that thing, did you? Oh, the delusion! Now I've heard it all! Go on then, tell me. How much did it cost? 100? Oopsie! My mistake! I forgot that $100 dress would count as high class to you.
Gladys, I borrowed that dress from your mother-in-law. It's worth over $10,000.
Excuse me?
The reason I'm rushing around like a headless chicken trying to get it cleaned is because it's not mine. I borrowed it. I can never afford a dress like this.
My mother-in-law? You borrowed that dress from Iris?
Yes, exactly.
I see. Is it okay? It's not going to stain, is it?
Yeah, I think it'll be okay. I still told Iris, though.
You did what? You fool! What have you done? What did you say?
I told her you poured a keg of beer over me.
No. I told you, Francesca. It was an accident. I didn't pour anything on you. I slipped. That's all.
It really didn't look like that to me.
You've got it all wrong. Tell her I made a mistake. Set her straight this instant.
No way. Sean saw you pour beer on me. There are a bunch of other witnesses, too. There's nothing to set her straight on. That's exactly what you did.
Stop talking back to me and message her now. Tell her I slipped.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Because I'm your mother-in-law, and that means my word is law.
I'm not sure why you think that, but you couldn't be more wrong. Just because you're my mother-in-law doesn't mean I have to unquestioningly do everything you tell me to.
Yes, it damn well does, you insolent little toe rag! You should be more grateful to me. I let you marry my son despite the fact you were raised in poverty by a single mother.
That's funny. I seem to recall you telling me you don't acknowledge me as Sean's wife almost every day.
You still got married, didn't you? That means I allowed it.
You know, this whole situation used to bother me, but I'm at peace with it now. Whether you acknowledge me or not makes no difference. I'm done stressing myself out trying to achieve the impossible.
You don't get to decide to stop trying to win my approval, Missy. Anyway, forget that. Hurry up and message Iris. Tell her I didn't do it on purpose. I'll make my son divorce you if you don't. Francesca, are you there? There's something I'd like to discuss with you, if that's all right with you. Is now a good time?
Sure, what is it? What do you want?
I want to apologize for what happened with your dress at the wedding. I thought I may have slipped by mistake. The fact remains that you got beer on your dress due to my carelessness. I was in the wrong, and I'm sorry.
I see.
So, do you think you could maybe find it in your heart to forgive me? I feel awful.
I accept your apology. But this isn't a matter of me forgiving you or not forgiving you.
Huh? Why not? I don't understand.
You pouring a keg of beer on me at the wedding was just one instance of bullying in an endless harassment campaign against me.
An endless harassment campaign? I'm not sure Other than the dress incident, nothing comes to mind. I don't remember doing anything else to you.
Of course you don't. No one likes to think of themselves as a bully. I'm sure you don't remember any of it. But I remember everything.
Are you talking about me not acknowledging you as my son's wife?
Oh, look! So you do remember. You justified it all to yourself because I was raised in a low-income single mother household. Or because you don't like my face. You called me every name under the sun. You victimized and insulted me at every possible opportunity. Are you saying you don't remember any of that? Even if you do feel that way about me, some things are better off left unsaid. But you took the pleasure in hurting me, so you went out of your way to make sure I knew exactly how you felt.
Francesca, dear, I never meant to hurt you. It's just that I've always had strong conceptions of how the ideal wife should be. I suppose there's a chance I let a few things slip that I shouldn't have when I thought you were meeting the standard. But that's all, I swear.
Did me being raised by a single mother, or not, being as beautiful as this perfect daughter-in-law had in your head, cause you problems somehow?
Well, it's not that you caused me problems per se.
So it is fair to say you treat me like crap for the sole reason that you don't like me? Because that's what it sounds like.
I'm so sorry if I felt like I was treating you that way, sweetie. I promise that was never my intention. I'm just a straight talker, that's all. I'm like that with everyone. It's nothing personal. I never tried to hurt you on purpose, not once.
Really? It's funny. You say you're like this with everyone, but you're always super polite and reserved when your mother-in-law's around. Like butter wouldn't melt. It's almost like you're a different person. Despite the fact you speak about her with nothing but malice and contempt behind her back. Old hag this, decrepit old that. It seems pretty obvious to me that you're not so straight talking with everyone. And you know full well who you can get away with treating like crap and who you can't.
Wait, did you tell Iris I said those things? Is that why she cut my money off all of a sudden?
Nope. You really think I could tell her something so horrible? Don't get me wrong. I think she has a right to know. But she'd be so crushed I could never bring myself to do it. Wait a sec. Are you apologizing to me because Iris cut your money off?
Oh dear, it's not like that, I swear. I'm apologizing because I feel truly awful about everything I've done, Francesca. I'll never utter a negative word about anyone from now on. Can we just all get along?
You make me sick. You wanted nothing to do with your mother-in-law until now. You spoke about her with hatred and contempt and forced what should have been your duties to take care to her onto me. Now she cuts your money off and you're suddenly nice as pie. Whether you apologize to me or not makes no difference to how she feels about you.
Why not?
Because she knows what you really think about her.
Huh?
She might not know what you say about her behind her back, but she told me she's had a feeling you hate her for a long time now. Think about it. She's been giving you money every month for years now. In spite of that, you literally never visit her, and you keep contact to an absolute bare minimum. Don't you think that's a little messed up?
How could it be messed up? You're my oldest son's wife. Looking after my mother-in-law is your duty. I'm hardly a spring chicken anymore, dear, and looking after her isn't light work. It makes far more sense that someone young and sprightly like yourself do it.
You were sprightly enough to go on holidays and to concerts with the money she gave you.
Fine, you win, okay? I'm the bad guy. Please, will you stop attacking me now? I won't be able to get by without that money from my mother-in-law. My husband's not around anymore, and his inheritance is all but gone.
I heard he left you a lot of money. The fact it's almost gone can only mean you wasted it all on frivolous crap.
Francesca, please, I'm sorry for everything. I accept I'm in the wrong. There's no excuse for treating you the way I have. I'm sorry I was so mean to you. I'll never do it again, I swear. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I'll even start looking after Iris again. Please, will you talk to her for me? She'll listen to you, dear. Will you make her see sense?
But she has seen sense, Gladys. That's why she cut off your money. As for me, I want nothing more to do with you. Sean and Becky told me they're happy for me, never to speak to you again, too. I'm done putting up with your crap and doing everything you tell me.
Don't be silly, dear. How is never speaking to me again going to work? Are you just going to blank me at every birthday and Christmas? What about weddings and funerals? Let's be mature adults about this.
I'm cutting off all ties with you. And not just me either. Sean and Becky said they want as little to do with you as possible from now on.
What? My own children? No, this can't be happening.
They both warned you countless times to stop bullying me. But you ignored them every time. It went in one ear and out the other. They're at their wits' end with you, Gladys. You left them with no choice but to cut you out of their lives. Sean saw you pour that keg of beer over me at the wedding with his own eyes. And he said he'll never forgive you as long as he lives.
Oh, this again! I apologized for that! Speak to him for me, please! I'm telling you, I'm sorry here.
We're way past apologies now. You bullied, victimized, and harassed me ever since me and Sean got married. Whenever I came to visit, you made sure everyone else got to eat delicious, warm, freshly cooked food, while I got a cold plate of leftovers. I remember you even put trash on my plate once. You insulted and belittled me to no end whenever we talked over text. You even treated your own mother-in-law with contempt.
I'm so sorry. You're right, I crossed the line. But I see the error of my ways. Please, darling, I'm begging you. Won't you have a word with everyone and convince them to give me another chance? You're the only one who can help me now. I'll acknowledge you as my son's wife and a part of this family. I'll never be mean to you or anyone else again.
Like I said, too little, too late. Whether you acknowledge me or not makes no difference. Even if you told Sean to divorce me, he wouldn't listen to you. I realized a long time ago, I don't need the approval of the likes of you.
No. How am I supposed to get by on my own? You have no idea how much I needed that money for my mother-in-law. My pension and what's left of my husband's inheritance aren't just going to cut it. I'm begging you, please give me one last chance. At the very least, please convince Iris to forgive me.
If you're well enough to do things like go on expensive holidays and bully me, you're well enough to work. I advise you put that energy of yours to more productive use from now on by getting a job. I no longer acknowledge you as my family, so I appreciate if you stop thinking me as your daughter-in-law. Gladys messaged me countless times with groveling apologies after that. But she was annoying me, so I blocked her. I hope I never see her again for as long as I live. Sean and Becky told me they got a bunch of groveling messages begging them for money when she realized her mother-in-law was cutting off the financial support she'd been sending every month. But needless to say, being completely sick of their mother's disgraceful behavior, they both refused to give her a cent. I heard Gladys, begrudgingly, found part-time work after realizing it was a choice between either that or homelessness. But Becky told me she messages her every day complaining how hard it is, and lamenting the soul-crushing despair and loneliness of her new life, and her hatred towards herself for creating it. Of course, there was a time when I wanted nothing more than to win Gladys' approval. She is my husband's mom, after all. But that changed the moment I heard her talking about her aged mother-in-law like garbage. I accepted that sometimes there are people it's better not to have their approval of, and my life has been a whole lot easier ever since. My efforts to win her over were in vain and caused me nothing but stress. Cutting her out of my life was the best decision I ever made, and I don't regret it one bit. I had no idea what her life will look like from here on out. But no matter how bad things get, me and my husband have no intention of helping her. She brought this all on herself, and I think it could actually do her good to learn the hard way that actions have consequences. There wasn't anything in particular that I meant I had to carry on seeing her, so breaking things off was a piece of cake. It's amazing what a breeze life can be when it doesn't have toxic people in it. I feel blessed to be surrounded by my amazing, supportive family who genuinely want the best for me. Here's a shout out to my husband Sean, my sister-in-law Becky, and let's not forget Iris. They're the kindest people I've ever met. It's a miracle that someone like Gladys managed to raise such wonderful kids. I want to dedicate my life from here on out being there for all of them, now and forever, through thick and thin. That's my idea of happiness. I want our lives together to be full of smiles and laughter, overflowing with kindness and consideration, because love is what makes the world go around. Whatever you do, guys, don't be a Gladys.
Hi, Jacob. I'm at the hospital now. It looks like I'll be here for a few weeks.
What?
I have 2 fractures on my hip.
Your injuries were that bad? You just fell from the stairs, right?
What do you mean, Jess fell? It was quite dangerous. I was lucky I got away with fractures. It could have been much worse.
Yeah, but were you not paying attention when you were going down? The stairs of my parents' house are not that steep or dangerous.
Are you not worried about me? Because you sound as if you want to say I'm clumsy, rather than care about how I'm currently doing.
I'm worried. I will come see you as soon as I get back from New York.
Fine. You said you'll be back in 3 days?
Yes, you're right.
Okay. I guess I will see you then. Hey, Jacob. I have something to tell you about what happened.
What is it?
This might be very hard for you, but I think it's important that you know. I actually fell down the stairs because of your mother.
What? Why?
I never told you because I was scared it would hurt you too much, but your mother does not like me at all. In fact, she's been very mean to me ever since we got married.
Huh? But you hang out with her all the time. You go see her anytime she calls you over. You were at her house this morning because she invited you, right?
Yes, that's correct. But she calls me over to use me for things. She treats me like I'm her maid. She also complains about how I'm a bad wife. I was even asked how I tricked you into marrying me.
How did you fall down the stairs today, though?
She made me move heavy boxes from upstairs. She piled up one box after another until I couldn't carry anymore. I told her I could have seen anything, but then she said, "Come on, move it," and pushed me.
Penny, it was an accident.
Huh?
Did she really push you? She didn't actually force you down the stairs, did she?
No, but Jacob, I fell down the entire set of stairs.
Yeah, but just because you fell, you can't blame it on my mom. Do you know that she pushed you on purpose? Deliberately to cause you harm?
Well, I don't know for sure, but one thing I know is that there was a push, and from how she has treated me so far, she doesn't like me.
Come on, Penny, you're talking about my mom here. Even if she didn't like you, she would not push you down the stairs. You have to give her a bit more trust. Besides, isn't it normal for a mother-in-law to have some jealousy towards her daughter-in-law? Perhaps she did something to get on her nerves, and so she scolded you? You're probably overreacting.
Jacob, it's been troubling me for months. She has said very nasty things to me and made me very sad. Why can't you be a little sympathetic for your wife?
It's been less than a year since we've gotten married, which means your relationship with my mom has only started. It's inevitable that you have difference in opinions at first, and honestly, just because she said something to you that you didn't like, it's immature to blame your injury on her. It's going a bit too far.
Jacob, it's not scolding, it's bullying. She has kicked me before while I was cleaning the floor.
Kick you? Maybe she wasn't watching where she was going and kicked you accidentally.
I'm telling you this because I don't think that is what happened. She kicked me deliberately.
But you two seem fine when I'm around. You two always talking. Penny, what's gotten into you?
I'm sorry I never told you before, but I didn't because I also thought she was just jealous and that it would go away soon. All I wanted was to get along with her, but I am physically hurt this time because of her, so I don't think getting along with her would ever happen. In fact, I think I'm going to have to stay away from her.
Penny, you should try to understand her feelings.
What? Wait, you think I'm the inconsiderate one here?
The woman has raised me. I have lived with her for years, and I know that she is not the kind of person who would bully someone. She wouldn't let her jealousy drive her mad. Besides, I have never heard her say anything about you, not once. So I am surprised and shocked that you would blame her like this.
I am telling you the truth.
I don't know, Penny. Are you sure you weren't clumsy at all? Is it 100% my mother's fault? You were moving the boxes because you agreed to do so, right?
Yes, but Jacob...
Well then, you can't put the entire blame on my mom. That's just not fair.
You don't believe me, do you?
It's not about what I believe or don't believe. I'm just telling you what I think about your story. But speaking of trust, can you prove that she has been bullying you? Anything to prove it's not all in your head?
Proof? Well, no, I don't. I didn't think I'd be needing proof to make my husband believe me.
If you had proof, I would have no other choice but to believe you. No offense, but maybe it really is all in your head, Penny. Everyone takes things differently, you know? Like, someone could get pissed off about something when another won't even blink. Maybe you're being too sensitive about it. Anyway, I can't say or do much when I've only had one side of the story.
Alright, fine. So be it. I won't talk about this anymore.
Thanks, I'm glad you understand. She's my one and only mother. I hope you get along with her. And like I said, a lot of women have trouble with their in-laws at first, so don't overthink. Penny! My mom has got into an accident!
What? Is she okay?
Thankfully nothing life-threatening, but her arm is broken. She will need to take it easy at home for a while.
Oh, well, I am glad she is okay.
I'm sorry to ask you this, but I need you to take care of her. She broke her right arm, so she can't do anything on her own, and her left arm is also injured. She should be discharged from the hospital in 2 days.
Wait a second. You want me to take care of her?
Yeah, because I have work. But you don't, and your hip is fully healed now, isn't it? Do you have a problem?
Yes, I do. I don't want to take care of her at all.
Huh? Penny, do you still think she pushed you down the stairs? I thought we cleared this out.
No, I only said that I would stop talking about it because you wouldn't believe me. And I told you I will have to stay away from her. I think it's too dangerous for me to be around her. It's best we don't see each other anymore.
She did us a favor to come over to her house and cook her meals while you couldn't get out of bed. Now she is injured and needs help. But you won't return the favor? Besides, you never mentioned any further trouble with her these past couple of months. Or have you not just told me of the horrible deeds of my mom?
First of all, I never asked her to cook meals for us. And no, she has not done anything to me recently. But that is because you told her how I felt about her. I can't believe you told her exactly what I said. Are you out of your mind?
I needed to confirm her side of the story. I didn't think I did anything wrong.
You are too blind to even realize what you have done. Let's say, hypothetically, that what I told you is true, which would mean that she's acting to be a nice mother-in-law when you are around. Can you guess what happens when you are not around? She could treat me even worse for telling on you. I mean, think about it. Who would simply admit they are bullying someone, huh?
You're being dramatic about it again. I've had enough of your evil delusions. If you want me to believe, then give me the proof.
I was hoping to get proof, but thanks to you, I lost the chance now that she's been warned. Anyway, I can't help her. If you think she needs help, then you should take days off and go help her yourself.
Penny, I really don't want to say this to you, but if I don't work, you don't get to live the way you do now. You cannot give me that kind of attitude. And you're hurting my feelings again. Do you realize how mean it is for you to talk badly of my mother?
I never wanted to say such things to you in the first place, but there's a possibility that she actually harmed me. I was put in the hospital for God's sake, so I wasn't going to hide it from you anymore. I trusted you. I told you because I thought you would believe me and protect me. It took me courage to tell you the truth, but you just brushed it off.
Whatever. You will help my mom. You are her daughter-in-law, so you have no choice.
I will not be taking care of someone who has bullied me, no.
Listen to me, I'm not asking you, I'm ordering you. I don't care about what you want or don't want to do. If you can't listen to me, then it will be difficult to continue our marriage.
Seriously? You want to get a divorce because of your mom?
Not because of her, but because of you. Stop blaming her for everything. You know, I think I get it now. It's not that she dislikes you. It's you that dislikes her.
Enough. I will absolutely not be taking care of her, period. I will do as I please. I am not listening to you.
Penny! You will not disobey me. You will be looking after her. You must go to her house when she is discharged from the hospital. I would not take no for an answer. Penny, where are you? My mom just called me. We're supposed to be helping her. Why haven't you arrived at her house yet?
I told you I won't go. I firmly refuse. Besides, if she can use her smartphone to call you, then she must be doing just fine. Lucky she was discharged in a couple of days, unlike me.
Not that I believe what you told me, but even if her bullying were true, you need to let it go. If you don't go over her house now, I am divorcing you. I'm serious. I can cut all ties with you right now.
Are you sure?
Yes!
Then let's get divorced today.
What?
You see, I reached the same conclusion too. The only way left for us is a divorce. I already spoken to my lawyer and she prepared me the documents already. I have it sitting in front of me, waiting for us to sign.
What? Hold on a second. You're joking, right?
Huh? No, of course I'm not. You just said you wanted to divorce me too. See, you sent, I can cut all ties with you right now.
That's because you refuse to take care of my mother.
Yes, and I told you I am not looking after her, not even for a minute. So like you suggested, let's get a divorce.
You can't be serious.
Oh, but you were, a minute ago. You just said, remember? So if we are both serious about it, let's jump right in.
I wasn't going to as long as you agreed to take care of my mother.
For the millionth time, no. Give me a break, Jacob. No means no. How many times more do I have to tell you?
Penny, please. You don't seriously want to get a divorce over something so silly.
What? Have I been messaging another Jacob? Because as far as I can remember, you were the one who first brought up the term divorce. And now you're telling me I'm silly?
Yeah, but...
And for the record, it's not something so silly. Nothing is funny about her bullying me. I have tolerated her treatment towards me because I cared about you, and because I wanted to try to get along with her. I tried, but nothing helped because she is not interested in getting along with me. Then I got seriously injured because she pushed me down the stairs. I finally reached out to you for help, but you didn't believe me. In fact, You made it sound like I was accusing her, as if I was the cause of everything that happened between me and her.
That's because I have never seen her do anything to you.
I want to be clear with you, Jacob. I am leaving you, not because of your mother, because you wouldn't take your wife seriously, because you don't have any respect for me or care for me. This is all on you.
Wait a second, let's not rush things.
Why not?
I don't know what to do right now. Please, give me a minute.
Why do you not know what to do? You said it, Jacob. You said you would cut all ties with me. It's too late to take back what you said. I am leaving. My decision is rock hard. I will leave my lawyer's contact on the table. Let us know when you've read through the divorce papers.
Wait, Penny! Let's talk when I get back. We should both calm down and have a constructive conversation.
No, thank you. I am not changing my mind. I want a divorce because I can't stay married to you anymore.
I'm sorry, I wasn't serious when I mentioned divorce. I only wanted to get you to take care of my mom.
So you threatened me. You thought I would go to your mom's house and care for her if you hung the word in front of me. You mistook me for a scared, petty housewife who would do anything to save her living.
No, that's not true.
Oh, I think it is. Those words came out because that is what you believe. Well, guess what? I will not be a slave to you or your mother. I refuse to do anything I don't feel comfortable doing, and I will not hold back to continue an unhealthy marriage. I didn't marry you to depend on you anyway. What the hell do you take me for?
I never should have said it the way I did. I'm sorry.
See? You still don't get it. It's not about the way you said it. I can't believe I have to word everything out for you. But as a final gift to you, I will enlighten you. Do you remember what you said to me when I was hospitalized? You said I should try to understand her feelings. You also asked if I wasn't being clumsy at all. Can you even imagine how I felt reading those words on my hospital bed? Words coming from no other than my own husband. And then you go on and tell her everything I said to you. You are the worst husband any person could ever have.
I might have been inconsiderate.
No, you're wrong. You just tried to ignore everything. I think you always knew something was going on. Your mom never said anything mean to me in front of you, but you couldn't have not seen what she would serve me at the dinner table when you two had nice full meals. You couldn't have noticed how she would never buy me anything back from her trips, while she got you a bag full every time. You pretended not to notice because you didn't want any trouble.
I thought she was favoring me because I'm her son.
Would you be able to say the same if my parents ever treated you the way she's been treating me? Let's say, if everyone had steak but you only got mashed potatoes, are you sure you can simply say, oh, it's because I'm not their son?
I'm sorry. I thought trouble with in-laws were nothing rare, you know? Like it's something any family goes through.
So you thought I should just stay quiet and tolerate it like everybody else, even if I get pushed down the stairs. Oh, right. You think I fell on my own because I don't have any proof.
Penny, I'm sorry. I will pay better attention from now on. I will treat you with respect. You don't have to take care of my mother if you don't want to. I was wrong about everything. Please forgive me.
I don't think so. Like I said, you're the main reason I am leaving. Your mother was awful to me, but you are even worse than her. The things you said and done after hearing what I had to say about your mother did it for me. I now understand that you won't do anything to help or protect me when something happens.
I am so sorry. I was hoping time would solve the problem.
So what? You're going to let me suffer until she died? Wow! I'm glad I'm choosing to divorce you. This must be the best decision I have made in years. I wish I could travel back in time to when I was crying on the hospital bed and tell myself everything would be okay.
Penny, I really don't want to end our marriage over this. How I handled things were very bad, I fully admit it. But it's originally my mom's fault, isn't it? You don't have to see her again, I promise, so please reconsider.
What? Jacob, are you dumb? Have you been paying attention at all? I said this is on you. Your mom created the problem, but you made it 100 times worse. Don't get that wrong. You should write down the line I just sent you so that you don't forget.
I'm truly sorry, please, I don't want a divorce. I'm sorry for hurting you so many times. I'm begging you not to leave me. You can live however you please from now on.
I want to do exactly that. Therefore, leaving you. I don't want a bully in my life, nor a husband who won't believe me. You try to force me to take care of her by threatening me with divorce. I will never get back with an asshole like that. You're wasting my time.
I'm sorry, forgive me, please. I care about you more than anything in this world. I love you from the bottom of my heart.
Cut the crap. Love me? You? If you did, there is no way you could have said those things to me.
I do, I swear! You mean the world to me! You have to believe me, Penny!
How could I? You don't have anything to prove it, do you? It took us months to finalize our divorce, but I was successfully able to cut all ties with Jacob. I wasn't able to make him pay me consolation money, but I was able to win a good portion of the division of assets. Honestly, money aside, I am just happy I got away from the two idiots. I heard from a mutual friend that Jacob and his mom's relationship became hostile due to the divorce. She began to accuse him for not marrying the right woman, and Jacob claimed that she was the whole cause of the divorce. What my mother-in-law did to me was not acceptable, but what I hated most was how Jacob reacted to my story. Although I don't think he is smart enough to understand my reasons for ending our marriage. It will take him another million years to finally understand why his way of thinking is wrong. After I left Jacob, my parents took me in and said I could stay until I got myself back on my feet. It's been nice to be able to take the time to heal from the damages they have caused and be cared by people who actually love me unconditionally. But I don't want to depend on my parents forever, so I've started to look for a job recently. I still feel sick sometimes from remembering the miserable days with Jacob and his mother, but I refuse to let the bad memories take over my life. I have sworn to myself that I will have a better, happier life than the two. After all, that would be the ultimate revenge.
Thank you for today, Alexa. Because of you coming in to meet me today, I'm feeling a whole lot better.
That's great to hear. And not only you, but being able to come in has helped me feel a sense of relief.
You said that my leg was broken, huh?
But the fact that that was the only serious injury is what made me feel relieved. The moment that I got a call saying my husband was in an accident, I was so worried that you might be in life-threatening danger.
But having to get into that accident in the first place sucks.
You can't just laugh about it. It's good seeing that nothing else was hurt on you besides your leg. But you have a daughter now that needs you, so you need to take better care of yourself.
You're right. The work that I do runs a risk of accidents like this all the time, but I shouldn't be laughing about getting into one. While I'm in the hospital, I'll have to think about making things better.
Do you mean making things better at work?
Well, what I'm saying is that we have to be the ones as people doing the work, and there's nothing else that can do the work we do on the floor there. So the only other option is to work for more safety regulations within the workplace. If we can work together to make our practices safer, accidents like this can be avoided.
You're in the hospital, and yet you're still thinking about work? First, you should just focus on healing, right?
I know that. By the way, where's Abby at? Did she end up going out to play or something?
Right now she has a day off, so she doesn't need to be at school or anything. But since she's so young, she doesn't seem to quite understand what happened to you when you got hurt, and so I didn't end up bringing her in. It's better that she just play rather than come here to be worried about you.
That's a shocker. She's not lonely or anything by me not being home?
Well, she's used to you always being on business trips and things, so she doesn't mind the fact that you've been gone for a little while. Sorry about that one, Logan.
No, as long as she's doing well, that's all that matters. But I'm lonely. So if the next time you come here, you bring her along, I'll be very happy.
In regards to you being in the hospital, you'll be here another 3 weeks, right? Don't you think you can just wait until you're out of here?
Don't pick on me like that, Alexa. Normally I don't even get to play around with Abby a bunch, so it'd be nice now that I'm stuck in a bed all day to see her every so often so that we can talk and play.
I'm sorry. But with the shape that you're in right now, I think she'd be very surprised. Your leg is still hung up in a cast and all. I think that'd start to get her all anxious about it if you're really okay.
And I'm sure that she might be at first. Don't you at least think you can talk to her about it and see what she thinks? If she seems to get really upset about all this, then we can stop trying.
Alright, then I guess when I get time, I'll talk with her and see. But if she says she doesn't want to come here, then I'll stop. Don't get all upset if that does happen though, okay?
I'll make sure to try my best. Anyway, thank you again for coming in to see me today. I'm sorry to have to leave you alone to care for Abby. Just let me know if there's anything I can help with.
Alright. And as for you, Logan, stop thinking about the rest of us so much, and just focus on getting that leg healed up. Well, I'll see you again soon.
I'd love to see Abby right now. I thought about all of this a little, but I'm shocked.
But even though she's not coming, I'll still be there for you. Are you upset that you're only getting your why?
No, that's not what I meant. I haven't been able to see her for a few days and I'm starting to get lonely. Of course, I'm always happy when you come to see me, Alexa.
Why, thank you. But in Abby's case, there's nothing you can do about her. When I talked to her about why you got injured and what's wrong, she always told me it was too scary and started to cry. And so I think it's all too stressful for her.
I'm so sorry that you have to deal with that. And I really should be saying sorry to her as well for causing all this.
Well, there's nothing that can be done now. But you and her did make a promise to go out and play this week, right? Hearing that you can no longer go to see her and play around has left her a little down.
I see. I feel so bad for her.
She doesn't understand yet what it means to be as hurt as you are, and so she thinks of everything as being scary. But I'm sure she also misses you. So once you are released from there, you better be a good friend for her.
Understood. And luckily, by the time I'm out of here, she should be on summer break, right? I think I'll take her on a road trip with me.
Do you really think you can start to move that much the moment you're out of here? Even after getting out of there, you'll still have the cast on, right?
Well, that doesn't stop me from moving and driving all that much. And after getting into an accident, of course, unnecessary worry for her. So I just want to make her feel better about everything.
But don't start overdoing things, okay? If you get out of the hospital and get yourself hurt again, there's no point to even letting you out of there.
That's alright, I won't go too far with myself. By the way, I'm sorry.
Huh? About what?
After you'd gone from visiting me, my mom called me. She said that Macy would be coming home. She must be on her summer break as well from college, right?
Your little sister. Does she plan to come to our house?
It seems that she said she wants to meet you and Abby. So if it doesn't bother you too much, she might also be coming over. But I'm still not 100% certain that's true.
Now that I think about it, Macy still doesn't know about you being in the hospital, right? She hasn't come at all to see you yet, at least.
Well, when I've been in that accident, she turned out to be very busy with herself. She had tests she had to finish and some final projects to get done. And so, my parents made sure to not get her all upset by talking to her about my condition. I bet if she comes and sees what happened, she'll get all riled up. And I wouldn't say a thing.
Macy is the type to get all in arms about this, isn't she? She might end up giving you a small punch in the leg for doing this to yourself.
Now that I think about it, she sure would.
And you know that Abby doesn't want to be seeing your sister all worked up. That's why you kept things quiet, right?
Well, that's exactly right. If she does happen to be coming over to our place, I'll give you a call. And if it happens that I can't get out of this hospital soon, I might ask her to come see you guys and help out around the house. Of course, if you don't want to deal with her while I'm still here, I can wait until I'm out of here to have her over.
Well, do what you like about it, Logan. But I do want to see Macy since it's been so long now. So I'll be looking forward to her coming over.
She can be a bit of a handful, so be careful. And don't be shy asking her to help with Abby at times. I'm sure she'll be happy to play with her niece.
Well, I'll ask her if she does end up coming over. I'm sure that Abby will be excited as well.
Well, I'm still not sure that she's coming though, so it may still be a bit until I can say if she's coming.
All right. Well, I'll see you later. I'll make sure things stay in order over here.
Thank you. And make sure you're taking care of yourself as well.
Hey, hold on! What have you been doing, Logan?
Macy, what's going on with you? It's been such a long time since we've last talked, so I thought you'd be a bit less aggressive. Anyway, you're already back home now? I was assuming it'd be a little while longer before you came back from college.
I'm not wanting to talk about that right now. I'm the one asking you right now about what happened, so don't just assume that you can hide things from me now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Why are you so upset with me all of a sudden?
I have the right to be upset with you right now, Logan. Leaving your child at home all alone for the past week is horrible. Absolutely unacceptable, Logan. I never thought you, out of anyone, would be the type to do this to their own little girl.
Huh? Are you talking about Abby? What do you mean she's been home alone all week?
Do you really think you can play dumb with me now? I know what I've heard and seen here. I just heard about all of this from Abby herself, and walking into your house, there was nobody else here besides her. She told me that not you or your wife have come home at all this week for her. She thinks that you've just left her there to go on a trip, or that you guys are no longer her parents.
What do you mean gone out on a trip? Because she should know that I'm in the hospital right now.
What do you mean? Do you think lying to me like that will work?
I'm being serious about being in a hospital bed right now. She seemed to be very busy with school and all, so I didn't want to say anything about this. But right now I'm in the hospital because of an accident that happened at work. But before we talk about me, what's happened to Alexa? If you're at the house right now, then she should be there too.
That's why I'm saying there's nobody else here besides Abby right now. And there hasn't been anyone but her here for the last week. So wait, are you actually in the hospital? Abby said she didn't know anything about that.
There's no way that could be the case. Alexa told me that she explained all of this to her.
Well, that Alexa hasn't been home for the last week. Well, for the time being, you're off the hook. But I'll have to ask Mom about this to make sure that you really are there.
Alright, but how's Abby doing right now? You just told me that she's been home alone for the past week, right? Is she doing okay?
It seems that she's fine right now, so you don't have to worry about that. I made sure to grab her and put her in my car with me, and then we came back to Mom and Dad's house. She was at least able to eat some things out of the fridge before I found her, though. So I don't think anything's wrong with her health.
No, that's not all I'm worried about, Macy. Do you think that you can come to the hospital right now? I want to know what the hell happened.
I'm telling you to calm down first. I know that you're all riled up now that you found out about this. I feel the same as well. Right now I'm with your mom and we're checking everything over with Abby. I'll make sure that we take her to the doctors to get her checked out really quick, so let me go grab her insurance card.
Thank you for that, Macy. At least knowing that you guys are dealing with everything helps me relax a little.
Don't worry about it. I'm sorry for getting all angry with you when I didn't even know you were hurt. I just wish I'd known you were in the hospital right now. I'm sure this all almost gave you a heart attack.
Hey, don't worry about it. After what Abby had told you, I'm sure you became all confused and upset with me easily. But now I'm left to wonder what happened to Alexa. What was she thinking leaving Abby at home all alone like that?
Well, about that, I think I know something about her.
Why, do you know something?
I'll let you know the details later, okay? I'll make sure that after having Abby see the doctor, we come there to see you. I'm sure you want to see Abby yourself, and that'll help calm you down even more, right?
You're right. Thank you. If you both can come here soon, that'll really make me happy. I'm sorry that you stumbled into this, but please make sure to keep an eye on Abby.
I'm sorry, Logan. I couldn't come and see you today. I've just been a bit more busy than usual today.
Hey, don't worry about it. I'm doing alright for myself now, so go ahead and enjoy the rest of your time at that resort. And know that when you come back here, things aren't going to be all fun and games anymore, so you should take the time you have now to relax.
Huh? What resort are you talking about?
You've been looking forward to going there for a while now, right? You even had a pamphlet for the place sitting on the counter. But having that sit in the house opened up with the contact information circled wasn't your best move. If you plan to have an affair, you have to hide it a whole lot better.
What the heck are you talking about, Logan? I have no idea what you mean by all this resort stuff and me having an affair. I think you're a bit on edge right now over nothing. And how did you get home when you're still supposed to be in the hospital a little while longer?
It wasn't me that went home, but Macy. And she was the one that found that pamphlet. And at that moment, she was also able to take Abby into her care. Because of you leaving our daughter at home and running off, I started to really doubt you. You better be more careful about things like this next time.
Wait, Macy came home? Why? Isn't she home from school way too soon? And I thought she'd go to her parents' place first.
She told me that she forgot to mention she'd be coming over. That's just the kind of girl she is, Alexa. But because of that, she was able to find out you were having an affair, and was able to get Abby the care she needed. So, I'm thankful for her not telling me.
Wait, hold on. Even if you say that I'm cheating on you, it's nothing serious. I just wanted to have a little fun with someone else, I guess.
Oh? So you really have been having an affair? Thank you so much for coming out about that. Now I won't have to investigate you or anything for it.
Huh? What? Are you saying you just set me up?
I only just learned that you had left Abby home for a week today. And then after hearing about the pamphlet that was found, and what Abby told us, I had some questions about you. but I had to have some kind of hard evidence to be sure of this. However, you telling me that you have been with another man just then really helped me out.
Oh, I can't believe this. So you wanted me to tell you that? You really did trick me.
You have no right getting upset with me over that, though. After all, you tricked Abby and me so that you could go out and enjoy another man's company, right?
No, that's something else. I told you that I just went out with him to have a little fun is all.
So to have a little fun with another man, you'd leave your daughter at home all by herself? Well, if that's totally fine with you, then you really are scary, Alexa. I'd rather you just say that you do love that other man, instead of saying it was a one-time thing.
But there are things in the fridge for her to eat, right? And it's not like I never went home during this trip.
And I've been asking Abby about that. She said you'd come back for a few minutes to get changed and then leave without saying a word to her. That pretty much means you never came home at all.
Then, are you saying I should have brought Abby with me? That's really weird of you.
Stop trying to make me look like the idiot here. You've already messed up big time by cheating on me. But leaving your daughter at home without even telling her where I was? You told her that you would be going out for a week with me, right?
Well, I felt that if I didn't say I was with you, she'd start to get upset. If she went and saw you there and said something about me, I'd be screwed. That's the reason I never said anything about you being in the hospital.
You just did that for yourself then. You also made sure to keep her away from school before summer vacation so that she wouldn't tell any of her teachers, right? Did you really think that by doing all of that, someone wouldn't notice? There's only so much fooling around you can do, Alexa.
But no matter what, Abby's still right? I'll apologize for cheating on you. So just forgive me and let's move on.
You sure about that? You really think all of this can just be overlooked? Because of all that bad lying you did to Abby, she ended up almost hating me just as much as she hates you right now. Do you not see how much you could have hurt her in my relationship?
I'm sure that she felt lonely being home all by herself, and I'm sure you were lonely in the hospital without her. But once you got home from the hospital, your time with her would never end, right? So I thought a week of you two not making contact would have been just fine.
Well, none of that was fine. I can see now by all of this that what you've done here all seems fine and acceptable to you. And there is no way I can let my daughter look up to a person like that as their mom. I'm gonna divorce you.
Hold on a second, Logan. I told you that him and I are not serious about one another. I'll never see him again, so you can go ahead and forget me now.
Would you really risk all of this if it was just for a fling with some man? I can already tell that there's more to him than you're willing to say. And I'm not sure enough that even after this, there won't be more of you sneaking out with him. If you are fine trying this with him once, there will most likely be another time.
Abby is still a little girl, yet you want to force her parents to be apart? Don't you feel bad for doing something like that to her?
And you think it's alright leaving that little girl all alone at home for a week? I'm not even gonna laugh at how crazy you're sounding right now.
Aren't you being a bit of a prick right now? If I'm no longer in the house, who's going to be there to take care of her? Do you think it's okay to leave her at home all day while you go to work?
I'll be taking Abby back to my parents' house. I won't ever let her feel alone ever again like you did. So, I'd like to ask a stranger like you to no longer worry about what I do with my daughter. After that, I was able to get a divorce from Alexa. And by using the fact that Alexa had been cheating on me, as well as her leaving our daughter home alone for 1 week, I was able to get a settlement from her and the custody to Abby. And as Alexa had said to me, her and that man she was fooling around with weren't in fact serious, and so after I left her, she broke things off with him. I was also able to get money from that man she'd been with, even though he never had any intentions of stealing her from me. But even if he had no plans, they still put my daughter in danger. Even now, I have no regrets of leaving Alexa, and I'm glad I was able to get everything I needed from her to make our separation go smoothly. And once all of that had been settled, I was able to get a nicer cast put on my leg and leave the hospital to head home. Right now, I'm back home with Abby and we're living together. For a little while, Abby had been pretty worried over all the lies and things that Alexa did to her. But now that we have time together in the house again, she has begun to calm down. Being her only parent now, my responsibility of caring for her has grown. But as her only father, I'll make sure to take care of her no matter what I do.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey Julian, how's it going? You get off work yet?
Yeah, the boss had us doing crazy overtime this work. But I just got out, on my way home as we speak.
Great! Glad to hear it, honey. No kidding, he's been working you guys to the bone lately. You gonna eat out somewhere before you get home?
I didn't eat yet. I'm trying not to spend much on eating out, so I'm gonna rustle myself something up when I get back.
Oh, really? What will you make?
I'm thinking of doing a spicy chicken stir fry. I've had this crazy urge to eat spicy stuff lately, and Lord knows I could do with more vegetables in my life. Plus a side of instant soup. I've been bulk buying these multi-packs lately. Oh, they taste so good for how cheap they are.
Wow, get you! Since when did you cook healthy meals for yourself? Color me astonished. I was certain you'd just pick up a ready meal or grab a burger at a drive-thru somewhere on the way home.
Well, I am away living all on my lonesome for my work transfer. Health is numero uno. If I don't look after myself while I'm out here, no one else will. Don't get me wrong, I won't be getting a job at any 5-star restaurants anytime soon, but I have been cooking simple meals for myself.
It seems like you're really living conscientiously and trying to look after yourself. I'm pleased to hear it, sweetie. I never thought I'd live to see the day. Sounds like you don't need me anymore.
Don't even joke about things like that. Whether I cook or not, I'm still out here in Philly all on my own, away from my family. It can get pretty lonely sometimes.
Sorry, babe, I was just kidding. Ah, that reminds me. I messaged you because there was something I wanted to ask you.
What is it?
It's summer break soon. You will be coming back, right? Shall we go somewhere as a family? I'd love for us all to just forget the world and go on vacation somewhere together. It's been so long. But if we do, we'll need to book everything, so it's best we decide in advance.
I'm sorry, Kylie. I've actually been meaning to message you about this. I can't make it back for summer break anymore.
Huh? Why not?
There have been a bunch of reforms at work that mean we have to go in for a few small shifts each week over summer break now. I do still have some paid vacation left, but they wouldn't stretch far enough to cover a holiday. The shifts seem pointless, honestly. 2 hours here, 4 hours there. But the company has been struggling lately and they're trying to up output in whatever way they can. Summer break's not looking good.
Oh, I see. I didn't know about these new shifts, but I would have at least hoped you could book them off.
I actually spoke with the boss about this earlier today. I practically begged him to give me enough time off to fit in a holiday with you guys, but he said his hands are tied. I see, that's such a shame.
But there'll always be other opportunities. We'll just have to go on an extra luxurious, extra extravagant holiday next time.
That's the spirit. I'm sorry though, babe. I was really looking forward to going away somewhere together, just the three of us. Next time I get a big chunk of time off, I'll take you both somewhere nice, I promise.
Thanks. It's fine though, Julian. Really. Don't worry about it. Work is work and it can't be helped.
That may be so, but I can't deny the whole thing has left me feeling a little dispirited. I was dead set on coming back. I have no idea how gobsmacked I was when they announced these new shift patterns. I couldn't wait to see you and Ayla again.
I know, honey. Isla will probably be broken up about it too. She'd have been over the moon to have her daddy back for the summer.
Ugh, I know, it sucks. Not only that, but I promised I'll be back last time we video called. Why she thinks I'm a liar?
She'll be sad and disappointed, but I'm sure she'll come around when I explain why. She's a clever girl for her age. Don't worry, sweetie. Leave Ayla to me.
Okay, thanks babe, you're the best.
No way. You're the one who flew out there all on your own for the huge work opportunity to give me and your daughter a better life. No one blames you, sweetie, so don't be too hard on yourself, okay? It's really not a big deal. We'll get plenty of other opportunities to go away together when your transfer ends.
Yeah, you're right.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, sweetie. Carla, one of the moms from kindergarten, is calling me. Gotta go. Speak again soon, babe. Night-night. Hey, Julian, you okay? You're off work now, right?
Nope, I'm still stuck at the damn office. That jackass Denzel has been having me do extra overtime lately. What even is this? Overtime on my overtime? Over overtime?
Wow, at this time? I'm really sorry to hear that, honey. Just think of all the extra money you're making and don't forget to breathe. I'll message you later. Hope they let you go soon.
It's cool. I'm waiting for a new order to be finalized, so I have time right now. What's up? Did you want to talk about something?
Oh, you do? Okay, well, it's about summer break. I was thinking it might be nice to take Isla away somewhere nice. Just me and her? Would you mind if we went just the two of us?
Would I mind? Not at all. That's a great idea. Be my guest. Where'd you have in mind?
I've been thinking about a few places, but I haven't decided yet. I wanted to get the go-ahead from you first.
I see. Aha! Light bulb moment! Why don't you both come down to Philly, and we can all go somewhere together? I should be able to get a few days off, so how about we all go sightseeing as a family? I'll be so happy to see you both again.
We want to see you too, sweetie, but is that really a good idea? There's like nothing in the part of Philly you're staying in. Isla would be bored out of her skull, and you know what a handful she can be once the sulking begins.
Oh, I guess you'd have a point.
I'm sorry, babe. I hope you're not upset. I'm sure we'll come and see you at some point. It's just that there's this theme park Isla's been begging me to take her to for months now. And I don't think she'd ever forgive me if we went on any kind of holiday that didn't involve going there.
It's fine, I understand. Sorry for putting you in an awkward position.
Don't be silly. You have nothing to apologize for. I'm sorry we couldn't come.
Oh man, I really wanted to come with you guys.
I know, honey. I know.
Oh yeah, how did Ayla take the news of me not coming home for spring break? She didn't get mad or anything, did she?
She was fine. I told you, she's a clever girl. She understood it couldn't be helped when I explained it was due to work stuff. And she knows the reason you're not around right now is to provide the two of us with a better life.
I see. Well, in that case, I'm pleased.
Don't get me wrong. We're both missing you like crazy.
I guess no one could blame me for that. Seriously though, I'm missing you both too.
I know, honey. But we have to remember your work arrangement is only temporary. And Isla's so excited about this theme park trip that it'll probably help her forget how sad she is about her daddy not being around, even if just for a little while. I think this is just what she needs. Good luck with work, sweetie. Hopefully Denzel starts going easier on you from now on.
Gah! I really want to come with you. Should I ask him one more time? Maybe if I say pretty please with a cherry on top. Kerry from sales did come back off sick leave lately, so maybe we have the manpower to fill the gap now?
No, you can't. I mean, you shouldn't do that, sweetie. Surely it'd cost the company all manner of inconvenience if you tried to book a vacation on such short notice. The reason you got that transfer in the first place is because you're such a team player. I know it sucks, but we're just gonna have to accept it.
Fine, I guess work do need me. We'll just carry on going to the office.
Come on, this isn't like you, Julian. What was it you always used to say? It might be stormy now, but it can't rain forever. We'll look back on these days and laugh one day. I just know it. Besides, me and Ayla will send you some souvenirs. I know how much you love your whiskey. I'm sure a generous supply of rocket fuel will help cheer you up. Things might not be ideal, but this doesn't have to be all doom and gloom, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, did you just say whiskey? Hell yeah, now we're talking.
That's the spirit. Me and Ayla will find you some other things, too. We'll put together a bumper bag of surprises. So get excited!
Thanks, babe, that helps. Having that to look forward to will make work a little more tolerable. Since I can't be there, I want you and Ayla to have enough fun for the three of us.
We will, sweetie, I promise. It's getting late, so I have to put her to bed soon. See you later, honey.
Julian, are you still away in Philly on that business trip?
Yeah, I am. Why? It's not a business trip, I'm away on transfer. I'll be here for a while longer, yeah. I wasn't able to make it back for summer break because the company overhauled our shift patterns.
So that's why.
Why, what? It's not like you to contact me. What's up, Mom?
I'm messaging you because I have something very important to tell you. You need to leave your wife immediately.
Huh? I need to leave my wife? What the hell are you talking about? You know, message me for months at a time and then you suddenly show up out the blue demanding I leave Kylie? Did she do something to upset you? Or have you been being mean to her?
Don't be silly, I'd never waste my time with something so fatuous.
And then why would you show up out of nowhere demanding I leave my wife? Did something happen between you and Kylie?
This goes beyond me and Kylie. She left your poor daughter all on her own while she went out to cheat on you. That's why you need to leave her immediately.
Cheat on me? What are you talking about?
Your wife, Kylie, left out poor Ayla all on her own at the house and disappeared off somewhere. From what I can tell, she's away on holiday with some other guy as we speak.
Wait a sec. None of this makes any sense. I don't follow what you're saying. Please would you kindly explain what the hell it is you're talking about?
All right, I will. Listen up and listen well. I paid a surprise visit to your house today. I was on a sightseeing holiday with your Aunt Mildred, and I just happened to be in the neighborhood. I had some souvenirs I wanted to give you all.
The house was empty, right? The two of them went away for summer vacation.
I'm getting to that part. Ayla had been left all on her own at the house. She said her mother had gone out and she didn't know when she'd be back.
She said what?
No one answered when I rang the doorbell, and I was about to give up and go home. I just assumed she'd taken Ayla out somewhere without telling me and didn't think much of it. Just as I started walking back to the car, the old lady from next door came out with Ayla.
The old lady from next door, you mean Edith?
Yes, her name was Edith. Apparently, the two of them rushed outside when Ayla spotted me looking out the window. Then Edith told me what Kylie had told her.
Well, what did she say?
Apparently, she told Edith her mother-in-law had collapsed and she urgently had to get to the hospital. Which is why she asked her if she'd look after Ayla. She said she'd be back within 2 or 3 days. Imagine Edith's surprise when I told her I was Kylie's mother-in-law. Her jaw almost hit the floor.
What the? I didn't even... What the heck is she playing at? So, she lied to the neighbor to get her to look after Ayla and went off somewhere.
That's what it seems like. When I was outside speaking to Edith, a few of the other moms from the neighborhood happened to pass by and stopped speaking to us when they heard Kylie's name mentioned. They told me all sorts of stories about her. Apparently, when you're not around, the neighbors constantly see different guys going in and out of the house. She's become the subject of practically every rumor in the neighborhood.
Are we still talking about my wife, Kylie, here? You've got to be joking me.
Edith's very old, so she spends most of her time holed up indoors and doesn't speak to the rest of the neighbors all that much. She hadn't heard about the rumors. That's why she didn't suspect anything when Kylie asked her to look after Ayla. I can't believe it. That woman has no shame. Do you understand why I told you to leave her now?
Mom, this can't be. There's no way she'd do anything like that. This is absurd. We message each other every day. I've never detected so much of a hint of dishonesty from her.
Maybe this will change your mind. The lady from across the street was so confused by what was going on, she started taking photos of all these guys going in and out of your house. I was struggling to take everything in at the time, but she asked if I wanted them, and I thought it better I have some kind of proof of her misdeeds before telling you about them. I can send them over if you like.
It's okay, I believe you, Mom. Oh, God damn it. So Kylie really is cheating on me.
If she's lying to the neighbor about me collapsing so she can dump Ayla on her and rush off somewhere, at the very least she's doing something she shouldn't be. Anyway, I couldn't let your wife carry on inconveniencing that poor old dear next door for even a second longer. I took Ayla home with me. We're together at my house now.
Thank you so much, Mom. I owe you big time.
You can say that again. Me and your Aunt Mildred had to cancel our holiday because of this. I expect generous recompense. I accept payment in the form of bottles of wine. What are you going to do about Kylie? If there's anything I can help you with, just say the word.
I'm so sorry for this, Mom. I'll try messaging her. I'll decide what I'm going to do next once I've seen what she has to say for herself. Please carry on looking after Ayla for the time being.
Okay, I'm happy to do that. It's been so long since I saw her, I almost forgot what a little bundle of joy she is. She seems very happy to see me and your dad again. Don't worry about her one bit, okay, dear? I want you to focus on doing what needs to be done.
Kylie, where are you right now?
Huh? I'm on vacation. Why are you asking all of a sudden? Is something wrong?
No, I was just wondering if you're enjoying your vacation is all.
We're having an amazing time, sweetie. It's been so long. Ayla's having so much fun. I've been finding it hard to keep her under control. I know it's a little early, but we were tired and decided to come back to the hotel for the night. We're just chilling and watching movies together with some popcorn now.
I see, sounds cozy. I'd love to see some photos of you both having a good time. Send me a couple of pics, why don't you?
Huh? You want some photos? We've been riding roller coasters and battling out in bumper cars all day, and my makeup's a mess. I don't really feel like taking pictures right now. Sorry, hun. Is tomorrow okay?
Oh, that's fine. I don't mind if you're not in them. Just send me some of Ayla.
Oh, sorry, hun, but Isla's completely exhausted from playing all day. I'll send some tomorrow. Surely you want to see her at her cutest while she's having fun, right?
No, really, I don't mind. She's just as cute to me when she's tired. Go ahead, just one pic is fine.
Sorry, sweetie, it'll have to be tomorrow. I'm super worn out myself. You wouldn't believe how busy we've been today. I was just about to take a nap.
That's fine, you can have your nap after you send me a pic. It'll only take a second. Go on, send the pic. Now.
Do you ever give up? Just freaking drop it already, Julian. You're normally so kind and understanding when I say I'm not feeling up to something. What's gotten into you today?
It's probably because I'm so kind and understanding that this happened in the first place.
Huh? What do you mean by that? Why are you acting like this all of a sudden? I have no idea what you're talking about. Look, honey, I'm really tired. I'd love to make idle chit-chat with you, but not today. I'll video call you when our vacation's over.
You're tired? That's gotta be the laziest excuse I've ever heard. Admit it! You can send me a pic of Ayla even if you wanted to, could you?
Excuse me? What's that supposed to mean?
I mean, it's physically impossible for you to take a picture of Ayla right now. I mean, how could you? You're not with her. Because you left her behind and went on vacation without her.
Huh? You've lost me, honey. I don't have a clue what you're talking about.
Forgive me, I'm not being direct enough. You're on a lover's holiday with one of the guys you cheat on me with, aren't you? I know everything.
What the hell? No! Why would you think that? Why are you coming at me with all this nonsense? Did something happen?
I said I know everything. So you can drop the act now. You lied to Edith next door so she'd look after Ayla. I know you're on vacation with some other guy. Where was it again? A Californian hot spring resort? Stop wasting my time with your pathetic act. You're not fooling anyone.
Huh? How did you know I left Isla with the neighbor?
My mom called by her house today because she happened to be in the area while on vacation. She ran into Edith from next door while she was there. Who it turned out had been looking after Ayla.
Wait, so you mean your mom told you all this?
That's right.
Phew! I think I understand now. Don't worry, babe. This is all just one huge misunderstanding on your mom's part. It's true. I may have told Edith a little white lie so she'd look after Isla for a little while. But that was only so I could go on holiday with my friend Carla. You know, one of the moms from kindergarten? I'm not cheating on you, baby, I swear.
I said stop wasting my time with this goddamn pathetic act, you lying hoe bag! I heard from all the other moms in the neighborhood about the endless streams of guys that can be seen showing up at the house when I'm not around.
Oh my god, Julian!
Or should I say the other moms in the neighborhood told my mom what you'd been up to when they heard your name mentioned. It seemed to be the subject of more than a few rumors on our street. Apparently virtually all of our neighbors know about the conveyor belt of guys who show up at our house when I'm not there.
No way. Surely you don't believe this. That's preposterous. They're just rumors, honey, I swear.
You can't worm your way out of this one, Kylie. I have photos of several of them going in and out the house. Steve's wife, Emma, from across the street, thought something suspicious might be going on and started taking photos a few months back. Not only that, but I know about the secret peepbook account you've been using to keep a log of your depraved exploits. You probably thought you were being so secretive having them come in through the back door. But practically the whole neighborhood knows about your secret. You're the talk of the town.
What? Seriously?
They all know about your secret peepbook page too. Apparently they all share your posts with each other while laughing about what a train wreck of a human being you are. Apparently one of them found it by chance a little while back. And wow, the stuff you post on there? It's actually scary how shameless you are. Chilling in a Californian hot spring with our main man.
So that's how you know where I am. Wait, what? The neighbors have been taking photos of the house behind my back and stalking my social media accounts? How dare they? This is an invasion of my privacy.
Yeah, I won't deny it. It's bad taste to take photos of people without their permission. But if she hadn't done that, I would never have gotten hold of all this damning proof of your affair. And please, how can you complain about people looking at your peepbook page? Isn't that the whole point of social media? Anyway, the bottom line is I have definitive proof of your affair. I want a divorce.
What? A divorce?
Yes, a divorce. I have no intention of staying married to someone as treacherous and deceitful as you. Why don't you just get remarried to your main man? You know, the guy you're sipping cocktails in the hot spring in the photos with?
No. Let's not be hasty here, Julian. Just wait. He's nothing more than a cheap fling. Divorce is going too far.
The fact that you betrayed your family over a cheap fling makes it even worse. We are so done. If the prospect of divorce is so terrifying to you, perhaps you could have, I don't know, not cheated on me in the first place?
I told you, Julian, I was lonely. Your whole life is nothing but work, and more work. You went away on transfer to Philly and left me all on my own. What else was I supposed to do? I wish you'd try to understand my feelings.
Not a single day went by where I wasn't pained by the loneliness of being so far away from you and Ayla. Not a single day went by where I didn't wish I could just forget work and come home to be with you both. But my family are more important to me than anything in the world, which is why I'd never cheat on you. So no, I don't understand your feelings at all.
But Julian, divorce is going too far. Can we please stop overreacting and talk this through like adults?
You told barefaced lies to trick the neighbor into looking after Ayla, so you could leave her behind while you jetted off to California to stab me in the back. Who in their right mind would stay married to someone capable of that? I could never trust you again. Divorce is the only option, and that's final. You don't have the right to refuse.
I'm sorry. I'll never do anything like this again, I swear. Please, just rethink the divorce, baby. Please, I'm begging you.
No, it's fine, really. Please, carry on to your heart's content. I wouldn't want our pesky daughter getting in the way of you jetting across America with your lovers. So I tell you what, I'll do you a favor and take her off your hands. I'd hate for you to ever get lonely again, so by all means, see as many guys as you like. Look on the bright side. At least you don't have to hide it anymore. After that, I hired a lawyer and filed for divorce as quickly as possible. Kylie did try to fight me over it and was stubbornly defiant in her unwillingness to go through with the divorce. But in the face of the mountains of photo evidence of her misdeeds, she didn't have a leg to stand on, and was ultimately forced to sign the papers through gritted teeth. While I did find the formidable power of the neighborhood mummy network somewhat terrifying, I have nothing but gratitude for them. My ex-wife's extracurricular activities have been common knowledge after she became a regular topic of conversation at their gossip sessions. She was quite literally the talk of the town. I found out later on that Emma from across the street, who had diligently gathered proof of my ex-wife's lover's illicit backdoor entries, had intended to show me the photos when I came home from my work transfer. It turns out the neighborhood moms found her behavior just as despicable as I did. As a result of the evidence, a divorce was finalized without me having to pay a single cent in alimony. I won custody of Ayla, and Kylie was forced to leave the house. After my work transfer ended, I came home, and I'm currently living happily with my mom and Ayla. My mom's been super supportive throughout the whole thing, and I feel lucky to have her. Ayla told me after the divorce that it wasn't the first time her mother had left her with Edith from next door. Until the very last time, my ex cried and wailed, disagreed and protested, and begged and pleaded for me and Ayla not to leave her. But if we were that important to her, she never would have cheated on me in the first place. I find it pretty ironic that as a result of cheating on me to assuage her loneliness, she's now the loneliest she's ever been in her life. As to what the future holds for me and Ayla, one thing's for certain. I'm going to do everything in my power to ensure she grows up surrounded by love, warmth, and affection. She'll never get lonely on my watch. I'm looking forward to making all sorts of amazing memories with her. First up, a luxurious family holiday with me, Ayla, and my mom. I do still have a lot to make up for her having to call off her last one, after all. Oops, that reminds me, I owe her a bottle of wine.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
My colleagues kept teasing me today during work. They kept on teasing me about how nervous I looked during my wedding.
Yeah, you definitely looked nervous. Your voice was shaking when you were giving your speech. I could see your fingers trembling too.
Really? That's so embarrassing.
I was also really nervous though. I almost tripped when I entered the hall. But my boss actually praised me today about how wonderful our wedding was. She told me it was a great wedding ceremony. She said that she was moved by the performances and enjoyed them a lot. I honestly loved our wedding too.
Yeah, I think it was a great success considering the small amount of time we had to prepare for it. I'm really proud of what we were able to present. Many of my friends also commented on how fast we got married. It's only been a few months since our first date.
Yeah, I guess people see it as a rushed marriage. Not many get married so quick like us.
We both fell in love at first sight. We just couldn't resist the urge, could we? And we were both eager to get married. It was our dream. If we just wanted to date someone, we might have dated longer just to enjoy being in love. But we were both concerned about our future. We wanted to get married as soon as possible.
That's true. Marriage was the ultimate goal in our relationship.
Honestly, time doesn't matter in terms of dating. Some couples break up after dating for 5 or even 10 years.
10 years? I think you're exaggerating. Oh, by the way, my gran sent us a gift to congratulate us for getting married. She wasn't able to participate in the ceremony, but she told me she wanted to celebrate it with us at least. She's really sweet. Apparently, she had a hard time deciding what to get for us. She had no idea what we wanted. And as a result, she ended up sending us vouchers. When I received the gift, I was pretty surprised to see how thin our present looked. I thought maybe Gran was playing a prank on us.
She probably wants us to buy what we really want. I guess she just thought that was best for us. I honestly think she made a wise choice. Vouchers are one of my favorite presents. I prefer getting what we really want than random presents. I can buy whatever I want. I'm glad they spent time on choosing our presents, but what's the point if it's useless?
We can buy some pretty expensive stuff using the vouchers. Should we buy some home appliances, maybe a dishwasher, or a nice vacuum cleaner?
Nice. We have to thank your grandma. Let's discuss about what to buy when I get home.
Yeah, let's decide together. There's so many options, it's gonna take a while to choose.
But I have the final say in this.
Why would you say that? Chris, the gift is for both of us, not just you. Let's decide together.
I'll have the final say in important matters like this. I don't want you to get cheap and useless appliances.
Then what do you want, Chris?
Definitely food. Something nice to eat. That's way better than getting some cheap appliances that would break easily.
Really?
Yeah, obviously. Are you stupid? I want really nice appliances, the high-quality expensive ones. The vouchers won't be able to cover for the price. Have you seen the advertisement for the brand new washing machine? It's mind-blowing. Looking in the long run, that's the best choice. We'll be able to use them for a long time, and we don't have to waste money, do we?
I'm not sure. We can find cheap but high-quality ones nowadays. Some of them are even produced by famous companies. They won't break down so easily. I don't think they're too bad.
No, you have no idea, Hannah. People who fall for these cheap appliances and the useless ones you can buy just using vouchers are definitely dumb or poor. I guess you're one of them.
That sounds rude. Can't you be more polite?
Huh? How am I rude?
You sound arrogant. It's as if you're looking down on people, including me, and making fun of the poor.
Well, I'm better off than most people, and that includes you as well.
Do you look down on me, too? You think I'm not capable of making good decisions about how to spend our money?
Obviously, can't you see?
Why do you think so?
I have a higher salary and a better educational background than you. Many would want to live a life like mine. I'm definitely more respectable. I'm better than you in many fields.
Huh? Are you serious, Chris?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. What's wrong about it?
Everything's wrong with what you just said.
I thought you were a high school graduate. You can't change that fact now. But I graduated university, so I'm clearly smarter than you.
Yes, I'm a high school graduate, but is that a big deal? I have a decent job.
You work for a small business that barely pays you enough money for your monthly salary. On the other hand, I work for one of the biggest corporations that's famous internationally. Whenever I tell people the company I work for, they admire and respect me, saying that they want to be like me.
So is that why you think you're better than me?
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear, and I bet you want to be like me too.
I don't understand.
What do you not understand about it? I can't believe it. You're stupid, just like I thought. I guess it's too difficult for a high school graduate to understand.
Sorry, I have to go back to work now. See you later. Let's talk again when we get home. Hey, what's going on? Our house is a filthy mess. I've never seen our house so dirty. You're in charge of organizing the house when I'm away. I hope you do better with the cleaning next time.
Welcome home. Why are you so late? You finally come home from your business trip?
I only left the house for 3 days. A child would be able to do better than this. You haven't even washed the dishes. And look at the huge pile of laundry. Don't you know how to use a washing machine? I can't even walk through the living room without stepping onto your clothes. Can't you at least take the trash out? It smells horrible in here.
Huh? Why should I do that? It's not my responsibility. Just clean it for me now that you're home, Hannah.
Why can't you help me with some of the housework? I hope you can look after yourself at least while I'm on my business trip. I am always the one doing everything around the house. I've never seen you do any housework since we got married.
I thought that was your job. The wife should be in charge of housework.
When did we decide that? We never had a discussion about it.
It's obvious, isn't it? Common sense.
I'm not a housewife, Chris. I have a job to do and work out every day like you. We both have a job, so we should do the housework together. Let's be fair here. It's too much of a burden for me if I'm the only one in charge.
I can't do housework. No, let me rephrase that. I won't do housework. I don't want to do it. I hate it.
At least take the trash out then, that's all I'm asking for. You just have to carry the trash for a few steps and that's it. It's normal for couples to do housework together nowadays. What era are you living in?
Well, that's your opinion. Don't force your ideals onto me.
Then how about you ask your friends and colleagues? I bet they're at least helping with something. You're being misogynistic. Are you looking down on me because I'm the wife? Come on, Chris, you can't be this old-fashioned. We're living in the modern era. You have to move on.
Shut up. Remember, I have more power than you. I can do whatever I want with you by force if you don't do something about your attitude. You're annoying me. This is a warning. This is why high school graduates are poor. The only thing they do is talk and never do the work.
What did you just say? Are you making fun of high school graduates now? You're really making me upset. We have equal power as wife and husband. We have to respect each other as a couple, Chris. We love each other, don't we? Stop being so arrogant and help me with the housework.
Arrogant? You're the arrogant one. Look at you complaining over the tiniest things. What's the big deal? Just do the housework and everything will be fine. If you don't shut your little mouth, I'm getting a divorce, Hannah.
Huh? What? Did you just threaten me to do housework?
You're my wife. You should do all the housework. It's your job. It's your expectation as a wife. I married you in the first place so that you can devote yourself to me. Wives should devote themselves to their husbands when they get married.
Oh my gosh. I guess you were born in the wrong era. How come I never realized you were like this before I got married? Let me tell you, you never wanted a wife. You just wanted a housemaid who's willing to devote herself to you. A housemaid who also had a job and brought money to the household. I'm definitely not a housemaid. I'm an independent woman. And I thought you respected me as your partner. It's ridiculous how you're threatening me to do housework. Why would you ever bring up the topic of divorce? We just got married, Chris. I thought you also wanted to get married.
That's a good comeback from someone stupid like you. But you're actually right.
Huh? Please, Chris, stop with the nonsense.
I might have wanted a housemaid who also brought money into the household. I never wanted an annoying wife like you. To be my wife, you have to complete both housework and your job perfectly. That's my expectation. If you can't do the housework for me, I'll dump you. We're getting divorced. I'm giving you one last chance.
What are you talking about? You can't be serious.
You don't want a divorce, do you? Then just do all the housework for me. You have no say in this.
I never knew you were such a horrible person. I'm really disappointed in you.
Hey, are you still not home? Why do you have to work so late when you don't even get paid much? Where's my dinner? I'm starving. Didn't I tell you to prepare my dinner before I got home?
I don't care. Do it yourself.
Huh? You don't care? I'm not asking you to prepare a grand meal. Come on, Hannah. You can do better than this. You haven't even washed the dishes we use for breakfast. And the laundry is a huge pile in the basket. I ran out of clean shirts. What am I supposed to wear tomorrow? We can't waste money to buy new shirts. You're slacking off housework.
I guess you'll have to clean and wash it on your own then. I won't be doing the housework from now on. You're in charge.
What the hell are you saying? Enough with all your boring jokes.
I can't do this anymore. It's too much for me. I can't be treated unfairly like this. I'm not your housemaid. Go get one if you just need someone to do housework for you. I'm leaving.
So are you boycotting? Running away from your responsibilities? I thought you were an independent adult. Stop this nonsense. It's not funny. I have power over you. I bet you don't want me to make you do it by force. Just do it, Hannah.
What? How do you have power over me? You're just my husband.
Stop being ridiculous. You still don't understand? You're poor and a high school graduate. But I graduated university. Thanks to my educational background, I now work for one of the biggest corporations and get paid a really high salary. Didn't I tell you this the other day? I'll divorce you if you don't do the housework. How many times do I have to tell you this? I bet you don't want to get divorced with someone like me who has such a high salary. You'll never be able to make as much money as me.
Oh, I see. Then I guess I have more power than you. I make more money than you, Chris. I'm not afraid of getting a divorce. I can support myself without your help. As you hoped, we're getting divorced. Period.
Huh?
I'll happily divorce you. I'm finally free. I don't have to look after you anymore. This is the best day of my life.
Wait a minute, why do you sound so happy? I'm telling you we're getting a divorce if you don't change your attitude. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, I know that, and that's exactly why I'm so happy. I made my decision when you threatened me. We're over. I am so happy to get divorced. You don't even have a high salary. What makes you think I don't make as much money as you?
Are you saying that you get paid better than me? Are you stupid? Have you gone insane? Stop with the bluff. It's not funny at all.
You're the stupid one. Stop assuming things about my salary. Who told you I get paid less than you?
It's the truth.
Okay, I have no idea why you're so confident about it, though. Why do you think so?
You work for a small company that no one has ever heard of. Based on what you told me, your company makes machine parts, right? A small business making pieces of machinery. Oh gosh, I would be devastated if I worked for them. Those kind of companies don't make much profit and can only pay a small amount of salary to their employees. It's common knowledge. I guess you don't know because you're uneducated, unlike me.
So you predicted my annual salary based on your biased opinion? How stupid. It's ridiculous, really. Stop being so delusional.
I'm not being delusional, and I'm not stupid. It's based on my knowledge and experience.
Based on your tiny knowledge in your small brain and your limited experience, I guess they weren't enough, Chris. My company is indeed a small one, unlike yours that's famous internationally. But my company's grown rapidly and attracting great attention. They pay me quite an amount now, and my salary is steadily increasing as well.
I don't believe it. That can't happen.
First of all, we have different positions at work. You keep bragging about working for a big corporation, but you're just a normal employee. On the contrary, I'm a middle manager. I have much more work to handle and a lot more responsibilities.
Huh? You already have that high position? How come?
I'm the leader of my department. I guess people would call that a middle manager. A normal employee and a middle manager. The difference is pretty clear.
So, you have the highest position in your department? You, the middle manager of your company? That's impossible. How come you got a promotion while I can't get any? You're a woman and you're too young? You can't succeed. That's against the rules.
My company's new compared to yours, so we don't have those old traditions like respecting seniority. Age doesn't matter as long as we work hard and have the ability to pull off that position. They value our ability, not our age or gender. That's why I have this position as a woman in her 30s. I'm young, but I'm confident that I've been through many hardships working at my company.
What the hell? A company that hires you to be middle manager? Your company must be doomed. I guess your company is going to go bankrupt soon, and you're going to be the reason for it.
I'm actually a diligent worker, unlike you. I've also been awarded several times as the best worker. My company values our ability over everything. We get fired if we don't meet their expectations. There's no second chances. I bet you don't have to worry about that. The only thing you have to do is to simply go to work every day.
Huh? Excuse me?
You haven't accomplished a single thing at work, but you're still employed. You should thank your company for not firing you. Your colleagues and your younger employees now have a better position than you. Aren't you embarrassed? Yet you're here, bragging about the company you work for. If the company decides to restructure and fire a few of their employees, you'll be the first one to be targeted.
Shut up! What's wrong with me being a normal employee? I have my own ways at work.
You might, but how does the company think of that? Would they benefit from having you as their employee? And I think I told you about how much I make a year before getting married. Remember the night we had our date right after we started dating? Why do you act like you don't know about my annual salary? I guess you weren't paying attention when I was talking to you. Don't tell me you forgot about it, Chris.
I don't know. I remember all the dates I had with you. You never told me about it. Did we even talk about our jobs?
I definitely told you. Do you also have a bad memory?
Oh, I remember. We did talk about our jobs and salary. I thought you said you made about $1,500 monthly. Yeah, right. That's why I thought I had a higher salary than you.
That's impossible. $1,500? When did I ever tell you so? I was always paid more than that. I got more than that even for my first position.
I think it was our second date. We went to a fancy restaurant. And we briefly talked about our salary. And you told me you only made $1,500 a month.
No, I said I made $3,500. How could I afford to go to that fancy restaurant if I only made $1,500 a month? I get paid more than that now. I guess you misheard me. You were drunk that day, opened a few bottles of champagne and wine. I think you had a biased opinion that high school graduates get paid less than you, which is simply rude.
Did I mishear you? Does that mean I always thought you earned less than what you actually earned?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you assumed that I had a lower salary than you. And even if I got paid less than you, I still deserve some respect.
No. In that case, I should be in charge.
Really? If you really think so, what about now? Turns out that I get paid more than you. I guess I have power over you now. So, are you going to do all the housework for me?
You can't be making more money than me. Stop lying to me. I refuse to believe everything you told me.
I don't care if you believe me or not. I will leave the house. I can't waste my time being with someone stupid like you.
How am I stupid? I'm a university graduate. How can you, a high school graduate, call me stupid?
If you're still this stupid after going to university, I think you wasted your money. Did you even learn anything? You definitely did not learn any manners or common sense. I feel sorry for your parents, honestly.
Stop. I had enough of you. I will never believe your lies. Do you think I'm so stupid that I'll actually accept all of your bluff?
I don't care. I can't waste my life being your wife. It doesn't change the fact that I'm leaving the house. I also have the official documents ready. All we have to do now is to sign them and turn it in. Then we're officially divorced.
Why did you decide everything without a proper discussion?
I thought we already had our conversation. You were the one that started it, remember? What did you do? Gosh, you're crazy. I heard you barged into my office. Aren't you embarrassed to do something like that?
Because I wanted to check if you were lying or not. I had to make sure you were telling the truth.
Just for that, you barged into our company because you didn't believe me and thought I was lying to you? Have you gone insane? I heard that you got into a fight with the guards at the entrance.
The guards tried to stop me from entering, so I was fighting back. I just wanted to ask about my wife's salary, but they stopped me thinking I was some kind of maniac. They even tried to call the police. I should have the right to visit my wife's company.
You are crazy for coming to my company just to ask about my salary. No one would ever do that. No wonder the guards stopped you. You're a maniac. But I think my boss eventually came out of her office and told you about my salary. Do you believe me now? There's no reason for my boss to lie about it.
Yeah, but...
But what? You still got something to say? Stop causing trouble to other people. This is our problem.
I haven't caused trouble.
You did. I was embarrassed because of you. My boss was pretty angry about it too. All of my workers had to stop working temporarily because of the havoc you caused. After you left, my boss decided to complain about it to your company.
Huh? What is there to complain about? What did she say when she contacted my company?
She told your company that one of their employees followed his ex-wife to her company and barged into the office, disturbing our work.
What? Ex-wife? We still haven't turned in our divorce papers yet. Technically, we're not divorced yet, and you're still my wife.
But we agreed to get a divorce, and I've already left the house. It's a matter of time until we officially get divorced. Stop calling me your wife. It's giving me goosebumps. And I assume you skipped work today. How can you skip work just to break into my office? You'll definitely get punished when you go to work tomorrow.
I didn't cause any trouble. I just went to visit you. And your company contacted mine? A small company like yours contacted that big corporation. Know your place. They don't care about a small company like yours.
You're still looking down on us? You should know your place. You have to know better than this.
I don't care if your company contacted mine. My company won't do anything about it. Sorry, but you're having false hope. A big corporation like my company can't waste their time on a small company like yours. We have more important matters to handle. There's nothing I have to worry about. I'm not scared at all.
It doesn't matter whether your company is big or not. Their employee caused a problem and it's their responsibility to handle it. For us, you're just a crazy psycho who disturbed our work. For your company, you're just a useless employee who can't even get a single promotion. There's no reason for your company to protect you. You should face reality, though it may be harsh.
What did you just say?
When my boss contacted your company, she was able to talk with one of the executives. Doesn't that mean they were taking us pretty seriously? They told us they'll make sure to punish the employee who caused us problems and disturbed our work. Sorry, but I guess you'll have to face some consequences.
Punish?
There's no way you'll escape the consequences after everything you did. You have to take responsibility of your own actions. Don't look down on us just because we're a small business. We're growing rapidly and we compete against big corporations. There's no reason for you to look down on us. Don't underestimate us, Chris.
What's going on? I can't believe it. You suddenly tell me that you have a higher salary than me. My company's gonna punish me. What the hell's going on? This can't be happening to me.
I guess you won't be getting any promotions in the near future. I wonder when you'll finally get a promotion. Well, I won't stay long enough to find out. If I was your boss, I would instantly fire you. You are no use. Not only that, you're useless. You also cause trouble to the company. As your wife, I don't want a husband like you. You're stupid, delusional, have a lower salary than me, yet look down on me and take me for granted. After the incident, I was able to divorce my husband. I finally got him to sign the papers, and we officially got divorced. Now, I don't have to put up with all those insults anymore. I won't let anyone look down on me like that anymore. I am finally free of stress and living a happy life. Reflecting back, it was indeed my worst times when I was married to him. While I was living my happy life, my ex-husband was punished by his company and now gets paid even less. A year after our divorce, his company started suffering from financial difficulties because of social recession. And he became one of the first targets to be fired as part of restructuring, just like I predicted. My company, on the other hand, took advantage of it and is continuing to grow to this day. Thanks to that, I might get a raise in the near future. Like this, my husband quickly hit rock bottom. He should have seen it coming. I respect him for graduating a good university and being able to work for a big corporation, but that doesn't mean he can make fun of others. I was shocked when he treated me like a housemaid just because I was a high school graduate and thought I got paid less than him. He is now facing the consequences of his own actions. There's no one who's willing to help him out, knowing his arrogant attitude. He also texted me he wanted another chance, but, of course, I ignored him. After our divorce, I am living a happier life than ever, unlike him.
Hey, Jogo. Be a darling and pick us some diapers and baby milk on the way home, okay? Oh yeah, I want hamburgers for dinner, so pick me up some patties while you're at it.
Diapers, baby milk, and patties? Got it. How are you feeling today, Sophie?
Terrible. I want to put my feet up and chill, but Ella seems determined not to go to sleep. She's been crying all morning. She's been a real pain in the butt.
I think I'll be home around 7 p.m. today. You think you can hold down the fort till then? I'm counting on you, babe.
7 p.m.? So, I'm going to be looking after her all on my own for another 7 hours? I see.
If you're struggling, I can see if my mom can head over to help out.
It's fine. I'd rather you didn't. I think your mom is kinda rude.
You mean what happened before?
Yeah. She said Ella looks nothing like you. Why did she have to go out of her way to tell me that? I wish she'd keep that kind of thing to herself.
Right. Sorry about my mom. But I don't think she meant it in a bad way. If anything, I think she meant she was pleased she doesn't look like me.
It still hurt me. I went through so much to bring that little girl into the world. I was in a sour mood all day after she said it.
I'm so grateful for you, Sophie. I know how hard you work. And please, don't think I'm trying to justify my mom making comments like that when I say this. But to be honest with you, I'm glad she looks more like you than me. Can you imagine a girl with my face?
Stop it, you're making me laugh.
Hey, you weren't supposed to laugh.
I guess you have a point. I'd feel bad for her if she looked like you.
Right? That's why we should be counting our lucky stars your genes were stronger. Can't wait to see what kind of person she turns into, and what kind of amazing things she accomplishes. Oh, what if she gets scouted by Hollywood or something?
Whoa, slow down there, Roadrunner. I think someone might be getting a little ahead of themselves. Since when was I married to such a goofball?
Things have been crazy hectic at work lately. I've been kinda overwhelmed with it all. I don't know what I'd do if I couldn't ease attention with laughter.
I guess. I think I've been grumpy too after the morning I had with Ella. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'm going to the salon to have my hair done on Saturday. I need you to watch her while I'm out.
Huh? Didn't you go last week too?
No, silly. Last week was a tanning salon. What's wrong? Are you busy?
No, it's fine. You can go to the salon. You work hard. You deserve to let your hair down every now and then. Literally. Leave Ella to me.
Thanks, sweetie. I'm such a lucky girl. I married the nicest guy in the whole world. My other mom friends are always complaining how their husbands don't lift a finger when it comes to helping out with the little ones. I'm so blessed. It's just like they say, you should always go for personality over looks in a partner.
Is that a roundabout way of saying I'm ugly?
No, it's not like that at all. Oh, looks like Ella wants some milk for my coconuts. If you catch my drift. See you later, sweetie pie.
Hey, you're just trying to change the subject.
I have a newborn baby to look after, Joko. Or did you forget? Raising our daughter is a busy job, and it ain't going to do itself. Get home as quick as you can tonight, okay? I don't know how long I'll be able to hold out if you don't. Good luck with work.
Thanks. Got it. I'll do my best. I know it's not easy looking after Ella on your own all the time, but keep up the good work, babe. You're doing an amazing job.
See you later.
Sophie, you still not home yet? I'm gonna have to eat dinner without you soon.
It's okay, sweetie pie. You can eat. We still have one last bar on our list.
Huh? Sophie, have you been drinking?
Maybe. Is that bad?
Yeah, I mean, isn't it? You know you won't be able to breastfeed if you drink again today. You did this last week, too.
Chill, it's fine. We have powdered milk.
Sure, we do, but still. There's nothing healthier than homemade and straight from the source. It's way more nutritious that way. Remember all the stuff we read about how mother's milk boosts immunity more than shop-bought stuff?
Jeez, Jocko, stop it. You sound like you came in a time machine from the 1950s. We live in the age of powdered milk.
I'm not saying powdered stuff is bad, but she's still so young. Don't you think she should at least be feeding on the healthiest stuff possible while she's still so tiny and fragile?
Nag, 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 nag. And they say us women are bad. Breastfeeding ain't easy, you know. You have no right to complain at me when you don't even understand how hard it can be. Do you have boobies? No. So stop sticking your nose into girls' problem you know nothing about.
I'm sorry.
I risked my life to bring that little girl into the world. You could at least let me enjoy myself for a few weeks after I gave birth to her. Jeez.
Listen, babe, I know I can't claim to know what it felt like to go through that. But I know it can't have been easy. Of course I'm super grateful for everything you've done. I just can't help but feel like you're going out drinking a little too often lately. You're not single anymore, and we have a little girl to think about now. I'm just saying I think it'd be nice if you spent a little more time with her is all.
Wow, are you really doing this? I'm with her all the time when you're at work.
I don't know if you can count hiring a babysitter 3 times a week as all the time.
You're the one who said I could use one when things were getting too much for me.
Sure, I did. But I had no idea you'd leave her with them so often. Besides, it's only been a month and a half since the birth. Surely your body is in no fit state to be going around every bar in town, getting so wasted you come home and pass out on the sofa at 5 a.m. in the morning. I really think you should start relaxing at home more.
I have to go out like this precisely because I can't relax at home, you dummy. Just because I gave birth to Ella a month ago doesn't mean I have to dedicate my entire existence to her. I'm still my own person, you know? I have to let my hair down sometimes.
She's a newborn baby, Sophie. She can't do anything for herself. You think I find juggling full-time work with raising a newborn baby easy? No, but I do it anyway because I know it needs to be done, and I do it without complaining because I knew this was what we were getting ourselves into when we agreed to go ahead with it. We need to work together as a team to get through this. How are we supposed to get anywhere if we're not there for each other and Ella?
Oh my god, are you seriously trying to force me to do something I'm telling you is stressing me out?
It's not like that.
Well, that's exactly what it sounds like to me.
My mom said she saw you sitting outside the coffee shop on 5th Street earlier.
So what? Does your mom think having fun should be banned too?
Well, no. But she said you were with a guy.
Wow, go on. Come out with it, why don't you coward? You think I'm cheating on you, don't you? Well, you're wrong. He's just a friend. We caught up over a coffee after he brought me a present to celebrate the birth. Is that a crime?
I'm not accusing you of anything, Sophie. I'm just all kinds of anxious lately.
I don't want to hear it. You're the man of the house. You shouldn't get anxious. It's your job to be my rock. Pull yourself together and stop letting your imaginations run wild. I mean, please, an affair straight after giving birth? It's starting to seem like you don't even think before opening that mouth of yours. I even showed you the present he gave me, didn't I? Didn't I?
Yes, but it's only natural that people are going to talk if they see you doing stuff like that. Can you at least wait till Ella's a little older before going out to see your friends all the time?
Wow, I get it. You value your mom's opinion more than mine. How could you? You make me sick. Is it any wonder I want to escape from this house when this is how you treat me? This is psychological and emotional abuse, plain and simple. Stop trying to chain me up in the shackles of your acquainted image of what a mother should be. Did they never teach you about the women's liberation movement in school? I'm a free spirit and I ain't going back in my cage. It's not like I don't spend any time with Ella, is it? You know how hard I work.
Yeah, of course I know that. But it seems like I'm looking after her every single day when I get home from work these days. I'm exhausted enough as it is without having to cover your responsibilities too. I don't mind every now and then, but every day? Really? I barely even get to sleep anymore. Can we start working together on this? Please?
Basically, you're ordering me to spend more time with Ella, aren't you? This is exactly why I can't relax when I'm home. I knew my body was gonna go through the mill giving birth, but I never imagined in a million years my own husband would break me down emotionally like this by turning into a power-hungry slave driver the moment the baby was born. I would have never had her if I knew you were going to treat me like this.
Wow, don't even say stuff like that in anger, Sophie. Ella's innocent in all this. Look, I'm sorry if I've been inconsiderate towards you. I'll make more of an effort to respect your opinion more from now on. But saying you wish he was never born is crossing the line. Please never say anything like that again.
I won't say it again if you promise to start respecting me. You're the only person I have to rely on, Jocko. I'll be able to spend more time with Ella when I'm in a better place emotionally, but I need you to help me with that. I need you to let me do my thing for a while until I feel like I'm back to my usual self.
Hey, Sophie. I'm sorry to drop this on you on short notice, but I have a business trip next week.
A business trip? For how long?
A week.
So you're saying I have to spend an entire week on my own with Ella, even after everything we talked about before? I can't do a whole week. That's too long. Oh my god, I feel like I'm being abandoned. I can't do this on my own.
Why not see if your mom will come and help out?
Get real, Jocko. She's a 5-hour drive away.
You're just gonna have to do your best on your own then.
Is there really any need to speak to me like that? Cancel it. Tell them you can't do the business trip.
It's my job, Sophie. I don't get a say in the matter.
Fine, take Ella with you then.
Are you joking? Hey, boss! Oh, the baby, don't mind her. That's my 2-month-old daughter. She'll be coming with us to discuss our revenues with the shareholders. And you're telling me to get real?
Don't make fun of me. I'm serious. I struggle looking after her even for one day on my own. How the hell am I going to manage an entire week? I can't be trapped in the house for that long. I'll go insane.
It's just a week. Suck it up and handle it.
How can you be so cold? I'm your wife.
I'm not being cold. I'm telling you to face reality. This one's out of our hands. Sometimes life throws crap at you and you just gotta make the best of it. You're her mother. Don't try to tell me you're not capable of spending a week with your own daughter.
You're horrible. What happened to you, Jocko? You used to listen to me when I spoke to you.
This is my job we're talking about. There's nothing I can do about it. Besides, to tell you the truth, I think it's finally time you got used to looking after Ella on your own. You rely on me way too much. I work full-time and I don't have time to be her mom on top of it.
Why should I have to raise her on my own when I'm married to you? You're supposed to be a team. Wait, are you doing this on purpose to try to make me do this solo? That's it, isn't it? You think you should be the only one who gets any time off? I hit the nail on the head, didn't I? Didn't I?
No.
Cancel this business trip then.
That's not gonna happen. Look, I'm counting on you to look after our daughter for a week. I know you can do this.
I'm supposed to be meeting my friend next week. We've had this plan for age, way before you sprung this damn vacation of yours on me.
Vacation? Don't even try it, Sophie. Just hire a babysitter like you always do if you're so desperate to see your friend.
It was just the other week you were complaining at me for hiring them too often, you hypocrite. Nothing you say ever makes sense.
You don't have to understand. I'm off to work.
What's with this attitude? God, you rile me up, that's it. I'm not lifting a finger for Ella until you leave for your business trip. I'm hiring the babysitter for tomorrow too.
Why do you have to be like this?
If I can't go out and see my friends next week, I'll go out and see them now instead.
It's just a week. Why does it have to be such a big deal?
Because you're being cold and hostile towards me. This is emotional abuse. The only reason I married you is because you used to be kind. What good are you if you don't even have that going for you anymore?
Wow, I see.
Here you go again. What is with this attitude? I can't believe you! You despicable piece of trash. I don't have to take this crap from a guy with a face like the back end of a bus. I wish we never got married. Jocko? I found a letter in the mailbox.
Oh, you finally found it then. Hurry up and get him signed and back to me, thanks.
Divorce papers?
Yeah, divorce papers.
You're divorcing me all of a sudden? Your boss told me you lied about your business trip. Where are you? I just noticed that all your stuff is gone. What's going on? Please tell me what's happening, Jocko. Why would you just leave without saying anything?
I'm done providing for you and the kid. That's why all my stuff is gone.
What? You're abandoning us?
Yep. I can't wait till we're done for good.
Choco, sweetie pie, are you mad about what I said before? You know, when I said I wish we never got married? You don't think I mean that, do you, baby? I was just mad as all. The truth is, marrying you is the best thing I ever did.
Cool. Don't care.
I'm so sorry if I hurt you, baby. Please, will you speak to me? I knew I crossed the line as soon as I said it. I felt awful for the rest of the day.
You can feel awful for the rest of your life for all I care. We ain't getting back together.
Why not? Did I do something else to upset you? Is it because I left you to look after Ella all this time?
It definitely played a part.
I'm sorry. I'll contribute more now from now on. I'll start doing my share, I promise. But I really have been finding it stressful, Jocko. I wasn't lying about that. The only way I can decompress is by going out with my friends.
I said it played a part. You really think I'd divorce you over that alone? The main reason I want out is because she's not my kid.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What did you say? No way, Jocko. What are you talking about?
Go on, admit it. Ella's not mine, is she?
She is. She's your daughter. How could you say something so horrible? Don't you love her because she doesn't look like you?
I loved her more than anything, whether she looks like me or not. At least I did when I thought she was mine.
Ella is your daughter.
I went for a DNA test. We're not related.
Oh my god, you did that behind my back?
Remember that time my mom saw you and that friend of yours outside the coffee shop on 5th Street?
Yes?
Yeah, she told me that she had this unshakable gut feeling that something fishy was going on, so she did some digging. When she did, she found out you were cheating on me with him. She told me a few days ago. That's when I started to wonder about Ella, so I had a DNA test done. And here we are.
You've got this all wrong. It's not like that. He's just my ex. We're just friends now.
The only reason you married me was so you'd have the stable income, wasn't it? I was nothing but a provider to you. You probably got pregnant by your ex because you were worried the kid might turn out ugly if it had my genes. You wanted a nice, passive, subservient chump who'd provide for you financially while never calling you out on your outrageous behavior. I know you two made fun of me.
We never did, Jocko.
I have proof. I also know you only married me because he made it clear he had no intention of putting a ring on your finger.
Jocko, I'm so sorry. Sure, maybe we did meet up a few times, but I was never serious about him. It was just a fling. I did it because I was stressed. I never meant for it to happen, but one thing led to another, and well, here we are. I was planning on ending it.
But you still kept meeting him. Thinking about when Ella was born, he must have been plowing you behind my back for at least a year.
Jocko, I meant it when I said marrying you was the best thing I ever did.
I don't doubt it. You really did hit the jackpot with me. Let's face it, I did whatever you told me to, didn't I? You gotta live a good life on my dime while getting railed in secret by a guy you actually liked. I even tolerated you going out and getting wasted when you should have been looking after Ella. You never had it so good.
No, it wasn't like that at all. I was happy to just be with you.
Whatever, you can drop the act now. I plan on providing evidence that Ella isn't mine in court. My lawyer will be in touch later with exactly how much compensation you're both going to owe me. I already told the landlord we'll be moving out. You need to be out by the end of next month, so I suggest you start getting your things together and find somewhere else to live.
Next month? You can't expect me to find somewhere else to live on such a short notice. Where am I supposed to go?
Not my problem. How about you go live with Ella's real dad?
I can't live with him. He's broke. He'd never be able to provide for us both. Think of Ella. How can you kick us both out on the streets like this? You're sick.
Ella's the reason I gave you an extra month. You should be grateful I'm not booting you out right now. Believe me, I wanted to, but I didn't think it'd be fair on her. She might not be my kid, but she's still innocent in all this. I think I'm being very generous considering what you did.
But how are me and Ella supposed to get by on our own? I can't be a single mother, Jocko. I can't.
Not my problem.
Jocko, I'm begging you here. Please, come home. I'll do anything. I swear I'll never meet my ex again. Me and him are finished now. I'll never boss you around again either, and I promise to look after Ella and keep on the top of the housework this time. Please, just don't abandon us. I'm begging you. Please.
Get a grip, Sophie. You made me look after Ella every single night when I got home, despite the fact I was exhausted from my 12-hour shifts. I was more sleep-deprived than I even thought possible. But I still did it because I thought you were struggling, and I was willing to do whatever it took to reduce the burden on you. There was a time where I was lucky if I even got 3 hours of sleep. I've never been so stressed and worn down in my life. I heard a quote that stuck with me once. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any now. Ella was my why. I was able to persevere this because I thought I was doing it all for my daughter.
I'm so sorry, Jocko.
My why is gone now, torn away from me by your boundless selfishness. Do you have any idea how it felt to find out that I'd been living a lie and raising some other guy's kid the whole time? My world got turned upside down. What am I saying? Of course you don't know how it felt. You don't even care. While I was pushing myself way past my limits in half-zombified state, kept functional only through the miracle of instant coffee, you were out getting railed by your freaking ex. You pulled the worn out from childbirth card when it suited you, but you still had plenty of energy to go out for your secret trysts with a lover boy. Hurry up and find a job and get out of this house.
I've been such a fool. I swear I'll never betray you again. Please! I'm not saying you have to forgive me. You can do whatever you want to me. I'll let you take revenge, please. I'll do anything. Just stay by my side.
Now why on earth would I stay by the side of someone who tricked me into raising someone else's kid? Do I look like a charity? We're not getting back together and that's final. I wouldn't stay married to you if you were the last woman on earth.
But you thought Ella was your daughter. You doted on her. Does that really have to change just because she technically isn't? How can you toss her by the wayside so easily?
Easily? Believe me, none of this has been easy for me. But to tell you the truth, it did get a lot easier once I finally figured out what was going on. I'm lucky I found out when I did. Who knows if I had been able to bring myself to say goodbye if I carried on raising her as my own for years.
I'm so sorry, Jocko. No, I don't want to break up. The only reason I agreed to have Ella in the first place was because I had you to look out for me. I can't get by without you.
I'm sure you'll be able to get by if you find another sucker with money to leech off. Doesn't necessarily have to be with me. You seem to have a talent for it, so I think you'll be fine. You really drove me to the depths of despair, Sophie. No one ever hurt me like you did, and I doubt they ever will again. You're so disgusting, even just reading your name on my screen makes me feel physically sick. I agree with what you said before. I wish we never got married. I never went home again after that. Sophie tried messaging me countless times, but I didn't reply to her at all. Why would I? She's behind me now, and I'm not going that way. We made preparations to discuss the divorce proceedings in the presence of our lawyers. Unfortunately, we couldn't make any headway because she was adamant that she wouldn't agree to the divorce, and she broke down in tears every time we tried to discuss it. I had no choice but to take her to divorce court, and it took a whole 6 months after I moved out of the house until I finally got my divorce. There was never any doubt I'd win, so why did she even bother fighting? It beats me. We were still technically married until the divorce was finalized, so even though we lived totally separate lives in separate houses, I still had to pay her bare minimum to cover her living costs. Doesn't bother me one bit though. My mental health is more important than money, and if throwing her some pocket change every month is what I had to do to keep her out of my hair, then so be it. Sophie moved into her lover's, aka Ella's real dad's house, when the contract in our old place ended. Sadly for her, Loverboy was already in mountains of debt before he got hit with a massive compensation bill. So needless to say, the money he owed me sent him over the cliff edge of total financial ruin. They had no choice but to move out of his apartment, no longer able to afford rent, and now they live in a rundown area of town near the red light district. I hear that Sophie still barely does anything for Ella. At least this time it was actually her dad picking up the slack. Unable to tolerate the conditions their granddaughter was being raised in, Sophie's parents demanded custody of Ella. You know, I'm happy about that because my ex-wife truly is despicable and has no right to be a mother. It may be unorthodox, but Ella will still be a lot better off being raised by her grandparents. Not long after that, apparently Sophie got dumped by her lover. Well, I guess he was her partner by that point. But not for long. She tried forcing her way into her parents' house in a desperate panic. But they told her in no uncertain terms to go away and never come back, threatening to call the police. I have no idea where she is or what she's doing now. I got a message from someone called Sophie a few days back claiming to be homeless and in desperate need of cash. But I tossed it straight in the trash. I never want anything more to do with her for as long as I live. Which of course means I'll never help her. If hell is real, it probably feels like how I felt when I found out my wife was cheating on me and my daughter wasn't mine. It took me into a dark, dark place. And I hope I never go there again. Thanks to the unwavering support of my family and friends, who I feel blessed to have, I'm gradually returning to my cheerful old self. They say time heals all wounds, and I think it's true. But I'm not gonna lie, it still hurts to think about sometimes, and I don't think I'm fully over it yet. My number one priority right now is being kind, understanding, and compassionate towards myself, and giving my broken heart the time it needs to heal. I'm super grateful for everyone who's been there to support me throughout all this, and I'm gonna let them all know how much I appreciate them at every opportunity. Here's to making lots of amazing memories with my peeps. It should be remembered that Ella was innocent in all this. A child shouldn't be held responsible for the sins of her mother. She's a great kid, and I wish her nothing but happiness and success. Lily, hopefully you don't have anything planned for this weekend. We're going to visit my parents this weekend. They invited us to have dinner with them.
Again? We just visited last month. Isn't it too much, Justin?
What's wrong with checking with my parents once every month? They're getting older. We don't know when will be our last dinner with them.
But we stayed over for New Year's as well. If we're visiting your parents again, I hope you can also visit mine. You haven't visited my parents for a while. I want to visit more often, to be honest.
Okay, let's go visit your parents the week after. And I promise we'll go visit them more often in the future. You okay with that, Lily?
Well, yeah, I guess. But about visiting your parents, I get really tired when I go visit them.
Do you not like my parents? Why are you being like this? You always want to leave as soon as possible whenever we visit them. It makes me uncomfortable too, you know.
I think I'm treated differently. I feel unwelcomed. They don't care if I come visit or not as long as they can meet their son.
You're their in-law. That's why you're treated a bit differently compared to me. You have to understand.
Your family never waits for me and starts eating dinner before I join them at the table. It makes me feel left out. First of all, I didn't even have time to eat dinner. Everyone was done eating by the time I finished all the work. I was doing all the housework for them. They could have lent me a hand.
Are you expecting hotel services? We should be appreciating them for inviting us over. Let my mom rest while we're there. She's getting old.
I'm always willing to help, and I'm really thankful for them preparing meals for us. But I never expected them to make me do everything for them. I thought they only asked me to bring a couple of dishes when I visited them. But once we arrived, they made me go shopping for groceries to the supermarket that was pretty far from the house. And I also cooked a few more dishes for dinner. I was honestly exhausted by the time I got home.
Hey, you're exaggerating. Are you trying to blame my parents? You're making it sound worse.
Not exactly. Honestly, I think you're the one to be blamed.
Me? Why? What did I do to you?
You could have helped me out as my husband. It's nerve-wracking to meet your partner's parents. You could at least help me spend a comfortable time with them.
Not for me. How is it nerve-wracking? It's fun to spend time with your parents. I feel comfortable around your parents as if I'm their real son.
I guess it's because they're kind and considerate of you. They try to treat you like you're their real son.
Why do you have to be so sarcastic? We have different types of parents, that's all. You make my parents sound like a villain. They're not trying to bully you or anything, okay? They just wanted to try your cooking.
If so, they should have told me earlier. I could have gotten ready for it. I could bring more dishes next time so that I don't have to cook for so long. I don't want to miss out on dinner.
Well, Mom can be pretty clumsy sometimes. I guess she just forgot to tell you beforehand.
Hey, am I expected to cook again when I visit them this weekend? Should I bring more dishes this time?
Huh? I don't think so. Did they ask you to? They told me that they'll prepare the food, so you don't have to worry about it.
Really? I might check with your mother just in case. She might be expecting me to bring a few easy dishes. If she wants me to go shopping for groceries again, I could visit them earlier.
Well, it's up to you. Lily, I think you're being a bit too sensitive. My parents invite us over often because they're fond of you.
Really?
They won't invite us over if they dislike you. They might not be good at expressing it, but they like you, Lily.
I think it's not really about liking me or not. It's more complicated than that. I don't know how to say this. I know they're not trying to be mean or anything, but something feels off.
Right? Don't be too sensitive. You'll start getting along soon. They'll be your parents-in-laws for the rest of your life. Let's try understanding each other. I think you're overreacting about a small problem.
It's definitely a big problem for me. It's difficult to deal with these kinds of problems, Justin.
But you know, it makes me upset when I hear you criticize my parents.
Sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings.
I know. Let's stop talking about it. I'm also trying my best to get along with your parents. You're not the only one struggling. This is new for both of us. We're a couple. We're in this together. Don't you think we need to be tolerant sometimes? Lily, you have the day off this week, right? Do you have any plans?
I thought we were visiting my parents. Did you forget about it?
Oh, right. We're visiting your parents. I completely forgot about it, sorry.
What's wrong? Do you have other plans? We can reschedule our visit to my parents if it's anything urgent.
Well, Mom asked if I can take her shopping that day. She doesn't want to travel alone nowadays because of her back pain. I'm also worried about making her go alone.
Okay, right. Go on. I won't stop you.
What's with your attitude? I'm being polite here. Are you still angry about yesterday? Come on, don't hold a grudge. Don't be so angry just because you had to eat dinner in the kitchen. I think you had enough time to eat dinner this time.
Really? Is that what you think? Are you serious, Justin? I was so shocked when your mother told me to eat in the kitchen alone. I thought she would invite me to join her at the table. I thought they were the ones who wanted me there and invited me over. What's the point of inviting me over if they're going to make me eat alone anyways? Can you imagine how I felt eating alone in the kitchen? I've never felt so lonely in my life.
You're the daughter-in-law. There's nothing wrong about the way she treated you. Like I told you before, you're being too sensitive.
Huh? Are you serious? You're not going to be on my side?
It's not about taking sides. I just think it's normal for my mom to do so. It's their house. They have the most power in the household. We don't have much say, do we? It's convenient if you're in the kitchen all the time. Mom and Dad won't have to leave their seats. They suffer from back pain, okay?
Then why were you always sitting at the table with them? You could have joined me in the kitchen if you're so concerned about your parents' health. Or are you going to tell me you deserve to sit with them because you're their real son?
Well, obviously. I'm the only son. They want to spend time with me as much as possible.
Is that the only reason? Really? So I'm treated like this just because I'm the daughter-in-law?
My parents are conservative people. It might be hard for you to accept their ways, but I hope you can understand.
I can try to understand your parents, but I don't understand you at all. Why are you always on their side? I'm your wife, Justin. You might be their only son, but you're also my husband.
Nothing's wrong about this situation. I'm just trying to spend some time with my parents. You're overreacting. It's weird.
You're the crazy one here. I'm not overreacting. I'm trying to tell you that I deserve to be treated better. If they don't want to have dinner with me, they shouldn't have invited me in the first place. They could have just invited you. I don't mind at all staying at home while you visit them.
Hey, they thought that was the best for you. We're a couple, Lily. We have to visit them together.
No, if they don't want me, they shouldn't invite me over. I bet they're inviting us over just to meet you. And Justin, I hope you could be more supportive of me and be on my side. I don't want you to think it's normal for your wife to eat alone in the kitchen. It's a miserable feeling, really.
That was normal back then. The daughter-in-law took care of her husband's parents, serving food and getting ready in the kitchen.
In the past, maybe, but that's centuries ago. We're living in a modern era. If you told your colleagues that you think it's normal for your wife to eat alone at your parents' house, wouldn't they think you're crazy? Many people still have trouble getting along with their parents-in-law, but this is too much, Justin.
Why would I say that to my colleagues?
If you don't want to tell them that, you should know that what you're saying is abnormal in this society.
Lily, you're overreacting. And I'm getting tired with your complaints. You keep on complaining about my parents over and over again. It's not like you're going to meet my parents every single day. It's already over. You don't have to bring this up. Let's move on, okay? You'll get over it soon.
It's important because I only meet them once in a while. I can't bear it if they pretend like they've done nothing wrong the next time I see them. I think I'm spending more time with your parents than necessary. How many more times am I supposed to tolerate it? And remember, when we went on a trip with them, I was always driving and holding all of their stuff for them. You and your family were the only ones having fun. I was exhausted with the driving. But no one offered to help nor gave me a single word of thanks. I think it's natural to feel upset after all this unfair treatment.
Now you're talking about the trip we went on last year. Why are you bringing that up now? If you want to complain, you should have just said it to us back then. Women. They love to change topics for their benefit.
I'm just giving you examples. I've been tolerating it long enough. You don't seem to understand at all.
Lily, listen, I don't want us to get into a fight over this topic.
Me neither.
Are you also pissed about me forgetting our visit to your parents this week? I told you I was sorry.
No, I don't care at this point. You know my parents would forgive you even if you forgot about it and miss our dinner with them. But you have to visit them next year for the New Year's celebration. This is a promise, okay?
All right, I promise. We'll go visit them next week, and I promise I won't forget. We'll also spend the New Year's with them next year. So calm down, okay? I know you're stressed out, but so am I. If you're still angry when I get home, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm tired too after a long day of work. Don't act so childish. You should be able to control your anger better.
Hey, Justin, why did you leave without me? We were still having dinner with Mom and Dad. My parents are worried about you. Why do you have to ruin the mood? It's been a month since I last saw them. I was so excited for this day. And how am I supposed to go home? You left with our car. Will you come back to pick me up?
Come home by yourself. Or you could ask your parents.
Why do you sound angry? What's wrong? It's been a while since you last met my parents. I thought you got along with them just fine. You told me you liked my parents. Where are your manners, Justin? Don't embarrass yourself in front of my parents.
Seriously? You don't know why I'm angry? It's you and your family's fault. Remember what they did to me? They made me eat in the corridors alone. I can't believe it. Who makes their son-in-law eat in the corridors? Do you all even have common sense? People don't eat in corridors. It's not built for that. I'm the guest. Why am I being treated like this?
Justin, what's wrong? I thought this was normal in your household. It's normal for Lily to eat in the kitchen when she visits your parents because she's the daughter-in-law. According to you, the daughter-in-law should take care of her husband's parents. Then you should also eat alone as our son-in-law when you visit us. How about you do the same and take care of us? Eat in the corridor so you're always ready to get us the mail or answer the door when someone comes by.
Huh? Is this really you, Lily?
Hello again. I am Lily's mom. I borrowed the phone from Lily to talk with you.
Lily's mom? I didn't know it was you reading my messages.
So can you explain what's going on? Why are you angry? Why did you leave while we were having dinner? I thought we were all having a good time. Well, I was definitely enjoying having dinner with my daughter. It's been a month since I last saw her. Let me remind you, Justin, we just did what your family did to my daughter.
But I think it's a bit too much to make me eat in the corridors. It's not a place to eat. My family made her eat in the kitchen, but she had plenty of room to eat. It's a place that can be used to eat, unlike the corridor.
We got you a mini table so that you can eat comfortably. Wasn't that enough for you? I heard that my daughter had to eat while standing up in the kitchen. I don't think you can call that plenty of room. Or did she lie to us? How about you tell me what's really happened?
No, what she said was right.
Then I don't understand why you're angry and why you left without a word. That was a bit rude, wasn't it? I thought you had better manners. What's wrong with making you eat in the corridor? My daughter is also a guest when she visits your parents' house. But she told me she was treated like a housemaid. Didn't you think she was treated wrongly?
The wife should devote herself to her husband's family.
How about you? Are you willing to devote yourself to us as my daughter's husband?
I think that's a different story. It only applies to the wife.
What's different? Why don't we treat the husband the same way?
Because it used to be the norm in the past. I think you know this better than me.
Should we talk like the old times then? Justin, have you paid us dowry? Where's the money? I don't think you paid us a single cent. And my daughter also has a job, which is unbelievable. I want her to be a stay-at-home wife. Can you make twice the amount of your salary from now on so that you both will have enough money to survive?
I think you're going overboard. You're asking too much.
I thought you preferred the norms from the old times, and I know what it was like more than you. How about you accept our requests too, not only the norms that benefit you? Let's be fair about this. So, can you do it? Can you pay us the dowry and make more money so Lily can be a housewife?
I'm sorry, I was completely ignorant of the other norms. I don't think I can do all these things you asked me to do as the husband.
If so, stop talking about what's normal or not. Most importantly, we're living in the modern era. A lot of things have changed. Well, even if you were able to do the things I asked you to do, we wouldn't have forgiven you. Are you aware of what you did to my daughter? Treat others the way you want to be treated. Isn't that the universal norm? I thought you knew better than this, Justin. I always thought you were an intelligent gentleman. I bet you felt horrible eating dinner alone. I bet you wondered why you were the only one eating in the corridor while everyone else ate at the table.
Yes, I felt miserable.
Like how your parents cherish you as their son, we cherish Lily and love her from the bottom of our heart. So don't you ever treat her based on what you believe to be normal and ignore her feelings. She's a human being with emotions. I thought you married her because you loved her.
I love her. She's my everything. I'm really lucky to have her as my wife.
I hope you can treat her better then. If you really love her and make the oath to be her husband, you have to be on her side no matter what. The reason why we've been kind to you is because you're important to Lily. If Lily loves you, we love you too. We're your parents-in-law and don't have any blood relations with you. We used to be strangers and might have never met each other if my daughter didn't fall in love with you. So it might be difficult for us to get along all the time. We grew up in different environments and have different beliefs. But I want to try to get along with you because you're my daughter's husband, and that's why we've been nice to you. As long as you cherish my daughter, we'll always be kind to you.
I understand. Thank you for being very kind to me.
I don't have the right nor influence to change the mindset of your parents, but I do think there's something you can do. You should be the bridge that connects your parents and my daughter. I know it can be hard sometimes.
I'm sorry. I was being ignorant of the whole situation. I should have been more considerate about Lily. I'm responsible for making sure they feel comfortable around each other.
We all have different ideas and opinions because we all live different lives. But I hope you can respect each other as a couple and reflect on your actions. I know you have a kind heart. My daughter fell for you. You must be a really nice gentleman.
Thanks. I get it now. I'm really sorry for hurting your daughter's feelings.
It's fine. Lily told me about how your parents treated her when she visited them, and said she wanted to do the same thing your parents did to her so that you'll understand how she felt. And we agreed, so we were partners in crime. Sorry if it surprised you, but I guess you learned your lesson, Justin. I hope you can solve these problems together as a couple next time. I know you both are capable of overcoming it together. I'll return the phone to Lily now. You're always welcome to visit us, Justin. I hope to see you again soon. Let's eat dinner together next time.
Yes, thank you. I would love to join you for dinner. Let me apologize directly the next time I visit. I'm really sorry for all the things I did to hurt Lily's feelings.
Justin, I'm sorry. I planned everything. I thought this was the best way to make you understand how I felt when I visited your parents.
Lily? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
No, I'm the one who should apologize. I'm really sorry, Lily. I got angry after I experienced what you've been going through. Your mother made me realize how horrible I've been to you.
I'm glad you understood. I was really upset and felt very lonely whenever I visited your parents. I felt humiliated too. I was never treated as your wife nor the daughter-in-law. I didn't know why I was there.
I felt the same today. I finally understood your feelings. I was wondering why they were so mean to me. I was so stupid. I wasn't aware of how horrible I was to you. I'm like a child who doesn't realize his mistakes until someone does the same thing to me.
I can't deny that. But you've learned your lesson and reflected on your actions. That's not what many people can do.
Yeah, but I'm so embarrassed of myself. I told you to control your anger, but I couldn't. I lost my temper and left your parents' house without saying a word. I promise to respect you more and be considerate of your feelings from now on. But I honestly think it's difficult for me to change how my parents think entirely. They've been like this for all their life.
I think so too. I don't think they're trying to be mean or anything. They just think it's normal to treat the daughter-in-law like that.
But I'll try my best so that you can feel comfortable coming over to my parents' house. It might take time. Hopefully you can wait. If they don't change their attitudes, you don't have to come over to their house anymore. I don't want to force you to tolerate all that again.
Really? I don't have to?
Yep. I realize how horrible they were to you after experiencing it myself today. It was definitely one of the most miserable days of my life. But if my parents do change for the better, I hope you can come visit again. They're my parents after all.
Of course. I promise I'll visit them. I'm willing to wait, Justin.
I'll come pick you up after you finish eating dinner with your parents. Enjoy spending some time with them. Call me when you're done, okay?
Huh? You could come back now to join us. I bet you haven't eaten dinner at all. My mom can heat it up for you again.
That's a bit awkward. I just had an intense conversation with your mother. Of course, I'll visit again to apologize directly, but I don't think tonight's the best time. And I'm certainly not ready for it. I was really rude and think they were really worried about you being treated horribly by my parents. I think it's best to spend time with your family for now.
You're also a part of our family now. I'll always be by your side. We're a couple, Justin. We're in this together. Let's support each other as a couple for the rest of our lives. After the incident, my husband spent some time persuading his parents about how they shouldn't make me do everything just because I was the daughter-in-law. I bet it was hard for him to go against his parents' firm beliefs, but I'm really thankful that he stood up for me. His father had a very conservative idea that women in the household should devote themselves to the men. His mother had been obeying him from long ago, so like my husband said, it's difficult for them to change their ideas now. They still believe that it's normal and had difficulty understanding what my husband was saying about being nicer to me. And because I stopped visiting them, I think they hate me even more, but I'll have to cope with it. Sometimes it's better to keep a distance from one another. It might take a bit longer until I visit them again. Now I have my husband to protect me, so I'm not scared. I know he would always be on my side to support me no matter what. It might seem like we were fighting over a small problem, but I think it gave us the opportunity to reconsider about our relationship as a couple. We grew up in different environments and were taught different beliefs. It's important to spend some time trying to understand each other. To be honest, when my husband told me it was normal for me to be treated that way by his parents because I was the daughter-in-law, I thought I might have to give up and just accept it. But after I had a proper discussion with him, I was able to see a new side of him. Now I love him even more. I'm glad we were able to talk it out and overcome it as a couple. The incident allowed us to realize that we all have different norms and beliefs. But we can still fall in love and become a family. We'll make sure to respect each other from now on. Hopefully, we can be an ideal couple one day.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.